splits us apart, hurts our children, polarizes our societies, and is literally leading to violence and terror in our communities. Lies and hate everywhere are a threat to all people, anywhere. Be a part of the change. Help defend the future of our democracy. Go to counterhate.com to learn more.
Medicaid and CHIP offer free or low-cost health coverage for children and teens. Hospital and doctor visits, prescriptions, shots, and more are covered. That's peace of mind for parents if a child is sick or gets injured. And parents may now be eligible for Medicaid too, even if they've applied in the past. Enrollment is always open. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 1-877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Basketball on Z92. Tyler Riggs, Dakota Wagner with you as we are getting ready for the Boomer girls and the Lady Hooker Bulldogs. But Tyler, I think that you have a little bit of maybe college scores for us.
Yeah, Oklahoma State getting ready to play Kansas tonight in Gallagher, but number 3 Kansas into Stillwater. That will be an interesting contest at 8 o'clock. So obviously, unfortunately, we won't have it here on Z92 because we have Boomer basketball still rolling. But we will keep you updated on that game as it goes along, as it gets started, and kind of give you an idea of what's going on there. That should be an interesting one. Kansas about 7.5-point favorite. OSU still hunting for their first conference win of the season on the men's side. Do have kind of a smaller slate going on as TCU right now on the road against Cincinnati. TCU freshly ranked number 19 in the AP poll after a big week. They knocked off Houston. They knocked off OU. Got ranked number 19. They are currently up by 10 against Cincinnati in the first half. About 11:50 to go in that first half. So TCU in the lead on the road against Cincinnati. Still to come in the Big 12 slate tonight. Number 9 Baylor against Kansas State in Manhattan. That's at 7 o'clock, so upcoming shortly. And then to close the night at 8 o'clock, I say close, it goes on at the same time as Kansas and Oklahoma State. But number 24 Iowa State on the road against BYU. Number 20 BYU. So ranked matchup in the Big 12 there. On the women's side, just had one game on the slate today listed as it was Texas and Kansas going at it. Texas number 11 right now on the women's side. That game in Austin as Kansas trying to find their way on the women's side. 9-7 on the season. That will tip off at 7 o'clock. So that was for the women's. Tomorrow OU will be taking on West Virginia. We'll have that on K101 for college basketball. Figueroa and crew will have that. Should be a lot of fun. And the Thunder, second night of back-to-back against the Los Angeles Clippers. Lost last night, unfortunately, to the Lakers, 112-105. Kind of ended their 4-game skid, but you're still sitting second in the West. So
and that team is,
we'll see how they respond.
Team has been different, this year compared to last year, and I'm just excited to see where the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to end up at the regular season.
Oh yeah, no, they've been an absolute story. So, in that full swing of basketball, it's always a lot of fun. I think Coach the Show wise tomorrow, just kind of update on that. With the Boomers having a long travel tonight and get set for the tournament Thursday, we will not have a Coach the Show tomorrow night. Long shots, kind of a bye week there. Let everybody rest up, get prepared for that tournament. We will look eventually to get on Mr. David Norton, the athletic director, kind of get an update with him mid-season, as we usually do. We usually have kind of the start of the season, but things were flying pretty quick there at the start of the season, and we got to football quick again. We will look to eventually catch up with the wrestling teams as well. They were supposed to be in Gary tonight. That, similar to a lot of the basketball games.
It got postponed because of a water break, unfortunately, that happened at Gary. So that's the reason that happened. Not because of the
wasn't weather or buses, but just straight up a water break. Wow.
A lot of those have been happening, unfortunately, because of frozen pipes and certain things like that. But, man, I'm kind of getting anxious to get this game kicked off. Definitely.
Dakota, we've talked about a lot of keys already for this girls matchup between Hooker and Woodward already. But one thing that'll be interesting, I haven't quite touched on, is Woodward shooting. Throughout the weak capital, it seems like we got that perimeter threat we need. I mentioned Jocelyn Treese hitting some big threes. Keely Cope hit some. Even Riley Moore was stepping out, hitting a few. We saw kind of a barrage from three. Mendel was able to hit a couple. So the Boomers are not a team that's going to launch a ton of threes. They're not the Silly Lady Wildcats where they're going to sit back there and shoot a lot. But you still need that balance, right? You still need somebody that can be able to stretch the floor for you so it's not so packed inside. on the road, homecoming environment, you've got to be able to do that tonight if you want to be able to compete with the Lady Bulldogs and kind of pull off the homecoming spoil, if you will. I think that's another big key. We definitely got a circle going into this matchup.
You know, if you're watching on Boomer TV, it may not look, you know, as packed in here, but folks, let me tell you, it does get very packed, very loud here at the Hooker Bulldogs Stadium, or court, I should say.
Field house, yeah.
Field house, and have now started playing the Oklahoma song. Well,
one quick point to your deal before we get to the national anthem starting lineups. You know, what you may not see in the crowd, they've got a nice kind of open viewing area when you walk in, and have the concessions, the bathrooms. There's a lot of people just kind of chill and watch from that environment that looks straight out over the court.
They don't want to sit down and, you know, watch.
Right, yeah, kind of be up and pacing.
Walkster and pacing. You know, another thing I'd like to mention before we get the national anthem kicked off and get cut off here is the court. They have a very cool cartoon
bulldog
in a way. It kind of reminds me of Space Jam in a way.
It is a little bit, yeah.
It's so cool to see that.
Absolutely.
As
a bit different.
We are kind of getting ready here for the national anthem, and folks, we're soon going to throw it over to our PA here.
We got Boomers, by the way, will be in the road in black uniforms tonight, black tops, black bombs, gold trimming on the jerseys. The white numbers and Tex Hooker will be in the home white uniforms, white tops, white bombs. Now throw it over for PA. And there was the starting lineups for both squads. For the girls, Woodward girls, bit of a surprise, Dakota. Jocelyn Tree, Sprout, Douglas Fisher, Riley Moore, Lexi Medwell, and Keely Cope drawing the start tonight. So that's interesting for Hooker, Ruby Hernandez, Isabel Neville, Crisbel Rios, Devery Metcalf, and Allie Metcalf.
So basically, you're kind of messing up the lineup in a little way, but you're going to take out Kaylee Mills, move the lineup a little bit, and put Keely Cope in there. So I think you're going to move Jocelyn Treese down a spot, I believe, is how they're going to do it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who the point guard is. Treese is kind of taking over that role out of the break.
So I'm kind of curious to see if maybe Cope will fill in.
Yeah, or if it'll just be her kind of off ball, and that's where she shined offensively, I think, the most. Can handle the ball, but I think more so shines in that off-ball role. And defensively, I think that's everything that caught Coach Moore's eye to draw a start. Talk about Hooker being a well-coached team in that sense. You need somebody that's going to be sound defensively tonight, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
As both teams have broken out of the huddle, they are now making their way to the center of the court. And folks, we are getting ready to tip off this game. 8 minutes has been put on the board, and it is going to be Ruby Hernandez and Riley Moore on the tip. Here it is. Tip's going to be bounced around, and it's going to be won by the Lady Bulldogs.
Bulldogs working right to left in front of us first half. Woodward working left to right.
Neville has it. She'll go top of the key to Metcalf. Allie Metcalf, she'll go inside the paint, kick it out to Neville. Neville will get it off the glass, up and in for two, and Hooker has taken a 2-0 lead. With 7:38 here to go in the first quarter. Douglas Fisher has it. High top of the key. She'll go on the left wing to Cope. Cope kicks it top of the key to Treese. Treese back to Moore, and right wing, she'll go inside the Mendel. Mendel goes up for the shot, but is blocked by Rios.
Rios, yeah, I got to handle that. Good look from the Boomers, just couldn't get completed because of the shot blocked by Rios.
At the top of the key is going to be number 13, Devery Metcalf. She'll go on it. Right baseline, she'll kick it out to Hernandez. Hernandez will kick it out to Neville, back to Hernandez. She'll hand it off to Rios. Rios goes on the right block. She'll try to get up a shot. Can't get it to go on the rebound. It's going to be Lexi Mendel. Kick it out to Riley Moore, and we'll have a jump ball tied up with Rios.
Yeah, Rios working hard to get that ball back after good defense for the Boomers underneath. Stop that kind of wild drive by Metcalf. So see how you answer. Down 2-0. Now you got to get a bucket.
On the right wing will be Moore. Moore drives the baseline. She'll shoot off the right block. It's up and in, and we're all tied here with 6:43 here left to go in the first quarter.
Great drive by Riley. Just saw the space, took it, and popped up for the shot, nailed it.
Neville has it, guarded by Keely Cope. She'll try to kick it back out to Metcalf around the top of the key, but she'll find Rios instead. Rios will be guarded by Mendel. She'll kick it out back out to Rios. Here on the left wing will be Neville. She'll hit the three-point shot. It's up, and it's good.
Neville waited on the screen to come over, get a little bit of space, and just stepped up into three. Coach Moore telling her girls, you got to get out on the shooter there.
5-2, 6:12 here to go in the first quarter. Mendel has it. She'll go to Riley Moore, top of the key. It's over the head of Keely Cope there on the left wing, and it goes over her head and out of bounds.
Yeah, that's one where Riley, and we see her do it from time to time, just tries to really chunk a pass in there, and that one a bit too strong over the head of Keely.
6:05 here to go in the first quarter. Neville has it high top of the key, guarded by Keely Cope. She's telling, I think, Metcalf to come in, and she'll hand it off to Metcalf. Metcalf will be double teamed quickly by Mendel and Riley Douglas Fish. She'll hand it off there to Rios. Rios gets it into Metcalf. She'll go up off the top of the glass, and she'll be fouled underneath the basket by Riley Moore.
And so we'll have her first foul of the ball game, like I said, on Moore. It'll be a shooting foul, and Hooker goes to the free throw line.
It's unfortunate there. Moore just got a little too much contact on there on that left wrist, I believe, and she'll draw the contact, and she'll be going to the line like you mentioned. Metcalf at the line for her first one. It's up and good.
So Allie Metcalf, the post player, kind of for Hooker, and they'll work her inside, and find opportunities for her to either get an easy shot or kick out.
Metcalf on the second one, can't get it to go. Treese comes up with the rebound. She'll kick it out to Mendel on the right wing. Right baseline's Keely Cope. She tries to go inside past Douglas Fisher, but it's going to be tipped out of bounds by Neville.
Yeah, that's something that, Hooker's going to do. They're going to get those hands in the passing lanes, look to break up those passes and get easy transition buckets the other way.
On the inbound will be Keely Cope, quickly to Riley Moore inside the paint on the right block. It's stolen away by Neville. Now Riley Moore tips it away to Keely Cope, back to Riley Moore inside the paint. She'll go up inside, and she'll try to go for two, but it's batted away, and there'll be a foul.
Yeah, Riley Moore goes to the line. Good second effort. Great job to steal it back. Good pass inside by Cope. And, you know, the thing is, though, for Riley right now, anytime she's getting on the block, Hooker is double teaming her quick. So you got to be able to look for that extra shooter. Somebody's open if you're double teamed.
Foul's going to be on number 13, Devery Metcalf.
So her first team first for Hooker, 1 foul apiece as we work through the first quarter for each team.
Metcalf will check out, and Sierra Fisher will check in.
As well as Edelyn D. Herrera.
So on the rebound off the shot is going to be Jocelyn Treese. She'll kick it out to Keely Cope. Back to Treese. Treese tries for the three, can't get it to go. On the rebound was Keely Cope. It goes off the top of her knee and back to the Bulldogs.
Not a bad look for Treese after the missed shot. The Boomers got a second chance at it. Couldn't make either free throws, but, you know, just missed an opportunity there.
5:20 here to go in the first quarter. Bulldogs on top 6-2. As Boomers have put on a press here on the Bulldogs. Neville has it, top of the key. She'll go inside, shoot for two, and it goes off the top of the rim. Rebound comes down to Lexi Mendel. Mendel will take it up the court for the Boomers. She'll get it across the timeline. She'll kick it out to Douglas Fisher. She goes inside the paint to Riley Moore. Riley Moore spins off the pivot foot, kicks it back out to Keely Cope on the right baseline, back to Treese, but it's stolen away.
Yeah, good try on the entry pass, but Neville just stepped in front, got a hand on it. Boomers got to watch that.
So Fisher has it, she'll kick it out. She'll go to Metcalf. Metcalf gets it stolen away there by Moore, it looked like. As Jocelyn Treese comes up with it across the timeline, she'll kick it back out to Cope, to Riley Moore, to Douglas Fisher on the left wing. Fisher is guarded closely by Fisher, so she'll kick it out back out to Treese. Treese has it, guarded closely there by Hernandez. She'll kick it out to on the right wing to Mendel, to the left wing, left baseline to Riley Moore. Moore throws it over the top, and it's picked off there by Hernandez. Hernandez is all alone. She'll go up for the easy layup off the top of the glass. She missed it. Rebound comes down to Neville. Neville now working against Keely Cope. She'll go inside, shoot the floater for two, and we have a timeout by Coach Moore.
And Isabel Neville with 78 points for Hooker as they lead 8-2 in the first quarter.
And we are going to take a break with them. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
I've been driving trucks for a long time. Safety is my #1 priority. I know that my truck has huge blind spots. That's why I remember to check my mirrors often for smaller vehicles. Everyone can help keep our roads safe. Next time you're behind the wheel, try to avoid lingering in those blind spots. It can be dangerous. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Learn how at www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
Basketball on Z92. Tyler Riggs, Dakota Wagner with you as Hooker Bulldogs have jumped out to a 6-point lead, 8-2 over the Boomers with 4:03 here to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, too much Isabel Neville right now in transition. She's taking the three as well. But it's half quarter in transition. Isabel Neville getting buckets for the Bulldogs.
So Treese will bring it up the timeline. She'll get it to Lexi Mendel, who's quickly trapped. She'll try to throw it off to Riley Moore, and we're going to have the jump ball.
Possession arrow goes to Hooker, and we talked about the pressure. Hooker doing a half-court style trap and was able to succeed there. Mendel quickly found herself in a phone booth. Couldn't quite get it between the legs of the Bulldog. Woodward going to have to try to respond.
3:50 in the first quarter. Bulldogs on top, 8-2. As Metcalf has it, she'll kick it out to Rios. Rios has it back to Neville for the three-point shot off the top of the rim, and it will drop.
That kind of night so far as Neville left the hand up and round around. Wasn't a clean look, but she got it down anyways.
11-2, 3:30 to go in here in the first quarter. Keely Cope has it. She'll kick it out to Moore. Moore has it on the right baseline across the court to Lexi Mendel. Left wing for three, up and in. Lexi Mendel with the response.
A much needed answer for the Boomers. Get something to fall. Make sure you don't get too much of a big gap early.
11-5, 3:12 to go in the first quarter. Neville has it. She'll go to Metcalf. Metcalf back to Fisher. Fisher goes inside. She'll kick it out to Metcalf, and Metcalf will score for the easy two.
Neville on the baseline got that one, just floated, faded away, and found the mark.
Cope has it. She'll go to Moore. Moore sends top of the key. She'll drive inside to Fisher. Fisher has it at the baseline, but it'll be picked off by Neville. Neville has it. She'll get it across the timeline, guarded closely there by Keely Cope and Lexi Mendel. Cope will hit it out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Bulldogs.
It's been a half-court man defense for Hooker. They trap on entry passes. They also look to trap occasionally outside. They're doing a really good job of kind of putting Woodward in a spot where it doesn't seem like anybody's open. They get those hands in the lane. That's what's creating these turnovers.
Rios has it. She'll kick it out to Metcalf. Back to Fisher. Fisher has it driving inside against Douglas Fisher. She'll throw it out to Allie Metcalf, who will have to go chase it. Now Neville has it. Have top of the key against Douglas Fisher. She'll hit the floater from the free throw line. It's up and it's in.
Boy, Isabel Neville carrying the Lady Bulldogs right now. 14 of the 15 in this first quarter.
15-5. Bulldogs on top. 2:15 here to go in the first quarter. Riley Moore has it on the left baseline. Kick it out to Lexi Mendel. Now to Jocelyn Treese, but it's quickly picked off by Rios. Rios now driving in a one-on-one. She'll throw it to Neville, but it's off the hands and it'll be going out of bounds back to the Boomers.
Rare turnover. I believe might be the first really for Hooker Truly. They had a jump ball that didn't go their way. That's the first true live ball turnover they've had. And the Boomers just got to find something early. You're down 10, 2 minutes to go in this quarter. Got to be able to find something, as we'll see Keely Cope step out for the Boomers, as well as Riley Moore give way to Kaylee Mills and Lily Luckett.
Boomers have it. We'll be inbounding it. Kaylee Mills will have it. She'll kick it out to Jocelyn Therese, who almost gets a backcourt violation call, but she retains possession. Kaylee Mills have it left wing. She'll get it out to Lily Luckett, high top of the key. Back out to Mills, left wing. Mills has it, guarded by Rios. She'll get it out to Mendel. Mendel to Luckett. Luckett looking for something inside, but there's really nothing there. She'll have to kick it back out to Treese. Treese going against Fisher. She'll try to go inside of Douglas Fisher, but the pass is too much off the top of the hands and it'll be out of balance, but the Boomers will have possession.
Bit of frustration there. Douglas Fisher is triple teamed. You know, I mean, there's somebody else open on the perimeter besides Douglas Fisher in the paint. I understand you want to get inside, but you got to find somebody open.
15-5, minute 30 go in the first quarter. Bulldogs on top. Lexi Mendel has it around the top of the key. She'll kick it out to Douglas Fisher, but it's tipped away.
Yeah.
Out of bounds by Ruby Hernandez, and back to the Boomers it goes.
Yeah, again, though, you got to be ready for Hooker to get the hands in the lane. Your passes are going to have to be sharp and crisp if you're the Boomers.
On the inbound is Luckett to Mills. Back to Luckett. Luckett has it on the left wing. Treese has it top of the key. She'll fire a long three off the top of the glass. No good. Rebound comes into Fisher. She'll be fouled by Jocelyn Treese, unfortunately, there as Fisher went to go get the rebound, and Treese came over the top of her with too much contact.
Yeah, Fisher kind of boxed her out on the long rebound. Treese came over the top, like you said, to try to steal it back and just reached it in there a bit too strong.
Minute 11 here to go in the first quarter. Bulldogs on top, 15-5. Metcalf has it, double teamed by Jocelyn Treese and Lily Luckett. Rios has it. She'll kick it out to Fisher. On the right wing, Fisher tries to go inside a pass, but it's stolen away there by Lexi Mendel. Mendel now guarded by Hernandez. She'll get it out to Treese. Treese double team. She'll go around the top of the key. She'll kick it out left wing to Luckett. Luckett gains possession. She's closely guarded by Metcalf. Luckett gets it to Douglas Fisher at the top of the key. Back to Luckett left wing. Luckett to Mendel, top of the key. Treese right wing. Pressure here for the Bulldogs. A lot as there's 30 seconds here to go in the first quarter. Luckett has it. She'll go inside the paint, hit the floater for two. It rims off the top, but on the putback is Lexi Mendel, who can't get it to go. Kaylee Mills on the rebound. Mills gets it into Treese. Treese Euro steps inside the paint, can't get it to go, and it's going to be out of bounds off the foot of Treese going to the Bulldogs.
Boy, and it was a great drive to start by Luckett. That was a good job to get down to the block, get that space on the right side. Just couldn't finish layup. And again, right now, inside Hooker is tough, Dakota. I mean, we're seeing a lot of block shots, a lot of traffic for Woodward to have to work through.
Yep, worked around that perimeter and just couldn't find anything. As the Bulldogs will have it with 12 seconds here. Neville has it, high top of the key. She'll float one inside to Metcalf for two. Inside the paint with 5 seconds left. Hernandez has it, but it'll be out of bounds. Who's going to have possession?
I believe Hooker does, yeah. It's blocked out of bounds by the Boomers.
They will with 3.7 seconds. Neville will inbound it. Underneath her basket, she'll kick it out to Hernandez, back to Neville for three at the buzzer, and she can't get it to go, and that's how we end the first quarter. It's 15-5. We'll come back to the start of the second. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, Pipe Lanes Tire.
after his surgery and his sutures were removed. He just has a scar. We always called it his superhero scar because to us, he is our superhero. So if I can bring awareness of craniosynostosis through telling Jet's story, then maybe that would help out a family who has a child that has recently been diagnosed with the condition.
For information about birth defects awareness, prevention, or family support services, visit oklahoma.gov/health/OBDR.
Possession. It's 15-5 start here of the second quarter. Willie Luckett will inbound. It's Treese. Treese will have the first possession here for the Boomers. Treese has it. She'll go inside the left wing, left baseline. She'll try to throw it to Douglas Fisher or Willie Luckett, but unfortunately, just no one there.
Just again, a little bit of miscommunication, right? It's not so much at this point that it's Hooker doing much. It's just if you're Woodward, you're a little out of sync after this first quarter.
As the Bulldogs have possession, she'll get it inside to Rios. Rios goes to Metcalf, but it's poked away by Lily Luckett as she's going with the effort still there, just couldn't get a hold of it.
Yeah, good job to get the hand lane. Might have had an open baseline jumper had the hand not been in there to break up that pass.
As we're going to have a quick shoe tie here.
That was for De Herrera, who was intended on the pass.
Metcalf has it. She'll have it on the right wing. She'll kick it out to Rios. Rios guarded. She'll drive inside against Luckett for the basket. Can't get it to go off the top of the rim. It's going to be out of bounds, they say, and Boomers will have possession.
Good defensive stop there. You needed that. You need to string together 3 more, and importantly, you got to find a bucket on the other end. You've only had a couple in that first quarter. Got to get some momentum going in the half court. Here comes Hooker on the pressure.
Douglas Fisher has it. She'll kick it off to Jocelyn Treese. Lily Luckett has it right baseline. Now back to Douglas Fisher, who drives inside the paint, goes inside, and that's going to be a blocking foul, and Douglas Fisher is going to line for 2 shots.
Yeah, did a great job to drive to that block, absorb some contact on the way up, almost made the shot. Good effort from Riley Douglas Fisher.
So Douglas at the line, shooting 1 of 2 here.
That was on Crisbel Rios, her first of the quarter for either team.
Is going to be off the top of the rim and no good.
So Boomers have missed all 3 free throws so far in this first half. That's going to have to be better. You can't go on the road, miss free throws, and expect to win a game.
Fisher for her second one. It's up and good.
Her first point of the ball game.
So 15-6, Hooker has possession. Rios has it. She's driving the left baseline, and it's going to be bumped.
Whoa, they called a block. That's tough.
Yep.
Thought Briley did a good job to run in there and try to get to the double team, get to the spot. They didn't see it that way, so that's her first foul, first team foul of the quarter for the Boomers.
As you mentioned, Douglas Fisher picks up her first one. Neville has it top of the key. She'll kick it off to Hernandez. Hernandez to Metcalf. It's pressure for the Boomers is starting to go as they can't find anything getting in that hard count. She'll kick it off to Rios. Rios goes inside off the top of the glass. And Cruzabel Rios gets it to go. Quickly the other way, the Boomers have possession, 17-6. Hooker on top, ball's on the floor, batted around. It's going to be a jump ball, they say. Possession is going to go back to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, one of the possession arrows. So again, not necessarily a true live ball turnover, but because of the possession arrow, it plays that way for the Boomers.
So on the inbound is going to be Metcalf. She'll get it out to Neville. Neville has it at the top of the key, guarded by Mendel. She'll kick it off to Metcalf, but it'll be stolen away there as it's poked away by Douglas Fisher. Lily Luckett comes up with the possession. Boomers now going the other way as Jocelyn Treese has it. She'll kick it inside the paint to Kaylee Mills. Kaylee Mills off the top of the glass and 1 as she makes her shot, and she's going to the line.
Great job by Kaylee. Needs some of that aggression down low. Hooker's really been on you in the paint. Kaylee saying, hey, I'm going to take it to him, and gets the bucket and the foul.
17-8. Bulldogs on top with 6:16 here to go in the first half of basketball as Kaylee Mills is at the line for the and 1 shot.
Foul, by the way, on Devery Metcalf, her second for Hooker, second in the quarter as well for the Bulldogs. She'll come set.
Mills shoots it. It's up. It's good. And it's 17-9 now. Hooker on top and with the possession as Neville has it, bringing it across the court. crossover dribble at the top of the key, and that's going to be maybe 3 in the lane.
No, an offensive foul underneath on the screen, and they're going to get Allie Metcalf underneath. So essentially a turnover for Hooker on the offensive foul.
And back to the Boomers it goes with 6:08.
So now you've effectively got a couple of stops. You've cut it under 10. You got to keep building. You could cut this to as low as 5 if you make it 3-2, or 6 if you make it 2.
Douglas Fisher has it around the top of the key, around the right wing. She'll try to go Lexi Mendel. Lexi Mendel has it. She'll be going inside the paint, trying to drive the line, drive the lane. She'll try to go up for the shot. Looks like she'll be fouled.
No, they called out of bounds. They didn't call the foul on the aftermath, and the loose ball got knocked out of bounds. So Boomers, though, do keep possession.
As Teresa's on the inbound, she'll kick it out to Douglas Fisher, to Kaylee Mills, top of the key. Now she'll go inside to Lily Luckett, back out to Kaylee Mills. Lexi Mendel has it. Mendel gets it out to Treese. Treese goes inside to Douglas Fisher. Tries to go for the shot, can't get it, and it's going to be a jump ball they call.
Yeah, jump ball on the backside. Possession arrow keeps it with Woodward, but inside right now, still a struggle. I mean, Douglas Fisher right there on the shot, double team, didn't really get a good lean into it. It's a tough sledding in the paint for the Boomers in this first half.
17-9, 5:32 to go here in the first half of basketball. Lily Luckett will go right wing. Lexi Mendel. Mendel will drive in, try to shot for 2, but she'll be fouled, as looks like Hernandez is going to get a little too much risk there on Lexi Mendel.
Yeah, just got the hand in a little too aggressively. Like I said, wound up giving the foul, the slap. Only her first, but it's the 4th of the quarter already for Hooker. One more, and the Boomers will have the bonus the rest of the way.
Got to make some free throws to catch back up in this one, and Lexi Mendel does on her first shot. Cuts it to 7, 17-10. Mendel at the line for her second one. Mendel's second one is up and good, and she's made both.
Yeah, that's what you like to see. 5 points for Lexi now, as the Boomers have cut it down to 6.
2-possession ball game with 5:23 here left to go. 17-11. Bulldogs on top with possession. Rios has it around the top of the key. She'll kick it out to Hernandez, to Neville. Neville guarded closely there by Lily Luckett. She'll kick it back out to Rios. She'll drive inside the lane, kick it back out to Neville on the left wing. Rios has it, right wing. She'll go to Hernandez, or excuse me, yeah, Hernandez. She'll shoot the 3, can't get it to go. On the rebound is Neville. She'll shoot the 3, she can't get it to go, and the Boomers come up with the possession. Excuse me, with the rebound. As Lexi Mendel has it, top of the key, she'll fire for 3, and that's a little too short there, and it'll go out of bounds.
Yeah, Kaylee Mills tried to save it, but both teams falling in love with kind of probably not the most advised three-point shots, not maybe the coach's selection on back-to-back possessions, but they went with it.
4:40 here to go in the first half. Bulldogs on top 17-11 with possession. Rios has it on the right wing. She'll kick it out to Neville, top of the key. Neville working against Lily Luckett. She'll go to Hernandez inside the paint to Metcalf. Metcalf goes inside. She'll look outside back to Rios. Rios to Neville. Neville working it inside now. She'll kick it back out to the top of the key. Neville now goes inside to Metcalf. Back out to Neville, but it's tipped away by Lexi Mendel. Almost got a steal on it. Neville comes up with it. She'll go inside the paint, hit the floater from the free throw line. It's up off the top of the glass and in.
Isabel Neville has just been locked in this first half. That's 16 of the 19 Hooker points she now has.
19-11. Hooker on top. Boomers with possession with 3:56 here to go in the first half of basketball. Luckett stands at the top of the key. She'll drive inside. She'll kick it now back out to Douglas Fisher. Douglas Fisher loses it momentarily. She'll go inside to Lily Luckett, and Luckett will lose it.
Just overthrown. I mean, had Luckett wide open in the middle of the paint, just unfortunately overthrew her, large part because the outstretched hands of Hooker. I mean, that's what those hands in the lane and hands up high do. They make and force bad passes.
It was a good look, just unfortunately, like you said, too much on it. It'll go out of bounds. Hooker will now have possession. They'll get it across the court as Neville. She'll be guarded by Lexi Mendel and Lily Luckett. Neville fires the long 3. She can't get it to go on the rebound. Fought for, taken by the Boomers. Now it's taken by Metcalf. Metcalf gets it to Hernandez. Hernandez off the top of the glass. It's up and it's in. It's a 10-point lead for the Bulldogs. 21-11. Bulldogs on top. Boomers have possession with 3:15 here to go in the first half. Mendel has it top of the key. She'll go inside to Douglas Fisher. Fisher kicks it back out to the right baseline. Now back out to Riley Moore around the top of the key, guarded by Neville. Moore looking inside for someone. Now she's pointing out directions, trying to work inside, move her girls around. Now she'll get the count. And we're going to have a timeout there by Coach Morris. Coach Moore was not liking it.
Yeah, she was frustrated. There's no movement. Everybody's just standing around looking at each other. There's a little bit of miscommunication going on.
We're going to go ahead and take one with them. It's 21-11, a 10-point game here in the first half with 2:24 here left to play. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
A fraction of a raindrop, 3 grains of salt. At up to 100 times more potent than morphine, the tiniest amount of illegal fentanyl is all it takes to cause an overdose. Fentanyl can be mixed into heroin, cocaine, pressed pills, meth, and other drugs. It could be in your drugs, and you wouldn't be able to see it, taste it, or smell it. Learn more at cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Tyler Wagner with you as it's 21-11. Boomers have the possession. The 2:54 correction on the score, or on the time left here to go in the first half. Jocelyn Treese has it around the top of the key. She'll drive inside. There's going to be a push, and she's going to the line for 2, as it's going to be a foul there on Hernandez. It's going to be Ruby Hernandez, second personal, 15 foul, and we're going to the line the rest of the way here in the second quarter.
Yeah, let's say keep around if you're the Boomers. That fifth foul I talking about, put you at the line, you make those free throws, gives you some good opportunities to close it back a little bit.
Speaking about making free throws, Jocelyn Treese has just made her first one. Now she'll be at the line for her second.
As Hernandez comes out and gives away to Edelyn De Herrera, as that was Hernandez's second foul.
Treese on the second shot. She got both of them to fall. It's 21-13 with 2:45 here left to play in the first half. Bulldogs on top with possession. Quickly going the other way, it's De Herrera. She'll fire the 3. It's up and it's good.
Yeah, they left her wide open, said, hey, go ahead, shoot it. She actually made it.
Quickly the other way, the Boomers have it underneath their own basket. Rebound goes to Treese. Treese gets it out to Luckett. Luckett can't get it to go. On the rebound, Douglas Fisher. Douglas Fisher gets it to go off the inside and gets the basket to fall.
Great job by Briley to not give up on the play, miss that first one. They eventually get it back to her on the miss by Luckett, and she capitalizes.
Rios has it. It'll be poked away there by Lily Luckett. Neville comes up with a possession, crossover dribble. She'll fire the 3, can't get it to go off the left baseline. Rebound comes down to Douglas Fisher. Douglas Fisher will now slow things up for the Boomers, and she'll hand it off to Lexi Mendel. Mendel gets it inside to Luckett. Luckett guarded by Rios. Luckett at the top of the key. She'll hand it off to Moore. Moore pointing out some direction. She'll try to get Douglas Fisher to cut to the basket, but she'll cut it back out to Jocelyn Treese, who has it on the left baseline, left wing. Tries to go inside to Lily Luckett, but it's tipped out of bounds.
Yeah, Hooker has just been ahead of those passes for the most part. And another one there where they almost came away with the steal.
24-15, Bulldogs on top, but the Boomers have possession as Lexi Mendel has it. She'll go inside the free throw line, try the floater for 2. She can't get it to go. On the rebound is going to be Neville. Neville now working across the court. It's going to be a foul as there's too much contact there with Lexi Mendel.
Yeah, Lexi trying to stay with Neville. Yeah, Neville was kind of a smart behind-the-back dribble, forces Lexi into a spot where she got the foul.
So Neville has it. She'll get across the timeline. She's guarded closely there by Mendel. Mendel got to be careful and not get another reach. Not trying to get in foul trouble here. Neville has it working that clock. Minute 20 here to go in the first half. 24-15 as Lexi Mendel pokes it away. Bulldogs on top. Neville fires for 3, can't get it to go off the top of the glass. Rebound comes down to Douglas Fisher, and is still on the floor. Coming up with it is Jocelyn Treese, but they're going to call a jump ball.
That's the right call. Yeah, I mean, you're on the floor. Hooker's got the possession arrow, but good effort by Treese to at least force it and flip that arrow back in your favor.
So the Bulldogs will have possession. It'll be Metcalf. She'll be on the inbound to Neville. Neville has it, breaking defenders, hitting the floater from the free throw line. Can't get it to go. On the rebound, puts it back up. It's no good. On the rebound is Lexi Mendel for the Boomers. She'll get across the timeline. She'll drive inside, try to cut to the basket. She's underneath it, puts up a shot, and she's going to be fouled.
Kind of, I won't say got away with one, but that was not maybe the best spot to put up that shot, but she drew the foul, did good to at least try to get it up, and you'll get an opportunity at the line now to close this 9-point gap.
As you mentioned it, Lexi Mendel at the line, shooting 1 of 2.
Seconds.
First one is up and good.
That was the second foul on Crisbel Rios for the Bulldogs.
As Mendel at the line for her second shot, it's up and it's good. 24-16, 51 seconds here to go in the first half of basketball. As Hooker is still on top of the Boomers, they'll have possession. Neville will have it high top of the key, guarded by Treese. Neville now just working that clock, letting it run out, trying to necessarily end the first half, I'd say.
Yeah, we'll see if Hooker tries to hold for the last shot. I mean, obviously, with no shot clock, you definitely can. Neville's challenging Treese to come out and guard her.
So now Treese will start to put on the pressure. Neville will still dribble it out. She's still high top of the key. She's not in the count yet as Treese is still guarding her. Now she'll get in the count. Treese has put on the pressure. She'll kick it out to Di Herrera, but it's quickly batted away there by Lexi Mendel with 13.5 seconds here left to go.
Coach Moore liking the effort there. Good defense from Treese, one-on-one with Neville, and then the almost steal by Mendel.
10 seconds as Neville has it high top of the key. She thought about giving it off to Metcalf, but she doesn't. 5 seconds, she's going to have to hand it off to Rios. Rizzo has it with 2 seconds. She'll fire the long three, and she can't get it to go at the buzzer. So that's how we end the first half of basketball. It's 24-16, Bulldogs on top. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll break down the first half of basketball. You're listening to More Basketball on Z92.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Oklahoma.
This message presented by the OSSAA and the Oklahoma Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And welcome back to More Basketball on Z92. Tyler Riggs, Dakota Wagner with you as we are in halftime. The Hooker Lady Bulldogs on top of the Woodward Boomers, 24-16. And man, it seems like Boomers were trying to fight their way back in that one due to some missed free throws, and the Lady Bulldogs putting on some pressure. The Boomers by 8.
Yeah, you know, you're down in that first quarter pretty big. You're able to work it back. You actually won that second quarter by 2 points. So that's something that Coach Moore go in the locker room and say, hey, we had a much better second quarter. You were able to really slow down Isabel Neville. It looked like she was able to make it. They just held her to 2 in that second quarter. That's a big reason why Woodward was able to win that quarter. And really with her, it looks like offensively they're just saying, hey, you're running the show. If you can make somebody miss and you can find your way into the paint either for good luck or a nice drop down to big or even your own shot. And she's a willing shooter for 3, like you had mentioned in the pregame, right? So she's a 3-level scorer. They let her kind of have her way in the first quarter, did a much better job in that second quarter.
Yeah, it seems like anywhere on the court she feels comfortable, she's going to go inside and she's going to fire that 3-point shot. And it seems like although not a lot of them have fallen, she seems to be just killing us on the points on the board, whether it be rebounds, steals, or just the pressure that they're bringing. Hooker is just all over us right now.
Well, and in the paint, you know, we've talked about both ways, whether it be defensively or offensively. Offensively, Hooker is going to be a team that wants to scoop up those rebounds. They're going to be aggressive in the paint to get those boards. Defensively, they really kind of burnt up the paint, made it tough for Woodward to find any breathing room down there. and have really keyed on whether it be Riley Douglas-Fisher, Riley Moore, whoever's caught it on that block. They're double teaming quick, sometimes triple teaming. So we'll talk about it kind of later with some of the adjustments, but if that's happening, somebody's open somewhere else. You got to find that person. With that, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the keys to the second half. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Need to pay the babysitter, but don't have enough cash? Use Zelle, located in the Bank 7 mobility app, to send money from your account to someone else's within minutes. With an email address or phone number, you can directly pay anyone you trust. Zelle is fast, safe, and free. Visit bank7.com for more details. Data rates and transfer limits may apply. Member FDIC.
Are you searching for that perfect special attire? Look no further. The Top Cat Formal Wear and Accessories at 808 Main Street in Woodward. Top Cat has a beautiful line of bridal, special occasion, and prom dresses to choose from. With no two dresses alike, you'll always get that special look. They guarantee the perfect fit for tuxedos at no extra cost and carry menswear for all your needs. Visit TopCatFormal.com or call 580-256-2888 to book your appointment now. Store hours are 10 a.m. through 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and by appointment only on Saturday. Top Cat also offers layaway. Let Top Cat help you shine on your special day.
Attention Expo Farm Expo exhibitors. Booth space is now available. It's the K101 Z92 Home and Agribusiness Trade Show, and it's coming to the Woodward County Event Center and Fairgrounds April 5th, 6th, and 7th. Now in our 40th year, this show features 2 exhibitor buildings plus outdoor exhibitor space and will host an extensive variety of agriculture and farm equipment. Also, home improvement ideas, clothing, communication, and entertainment products, ATVs, lawn and garden, new and used automobiles, plus arts and crafts and great food vendors. Thousands annually rely on Expo Farm Expo to see a wide variety and selection of products and services that only a show of this size can offer. Booth space is now available by calling 580-256-4101. That's 580-256-4101. Don't miss out. Reserve your space today for the Tri-State's largest spring home and farm show and be part of Expo Farm Expo 2024. Coming to the Woodward County Fairgrounds Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, April 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's food, folks, and fun with K101.
Z92. Tyler Riggs, Dakota Wagner with you as we are in halftime of the girls' game. Hooker on top 24-16.
Hey Dakota, let's thank some great sponsors real quick. High Plains Tire, gold sponsor of the Boomer Coaches Show, Top Cat Formal and Accessories, Great Plains National Bank, Divine Stationery, R5 Customer Embroidery, and Long Shots Bar and Grill, who is our Coaches Show host. Can't do without them. Not only supporting our broadcast on Z92, but supporting Woodland Public Schools. I want to thank you all, as always, for listening on KMZE FM Woodward 92.3. I want to remind you as well, if you got somebody trying to watch the game, it's on Boomer TV. You can go to Z92 online, find the website link, I should say, or the link to the YouTube channel for Boomer TV. You can watch it there. Or if they're just trying to listen, they can do it on Z92online.com as well.
Tyler, you stole it away from me. Good thing we got those great sponsors. Couldn't do without them like you mentioned. Let's talk about the keys to the second half here for the Boomers. Boomers have got to come out here and play a little bit more physical against these girls. Got to get the rebound. Seems like they're kind of killing us on the boards there with all that lengthy Hernandez. She's really just been getting those rebounds against Douglas Fisher and kind of bodying against her.
Yeah, Hernandez, Metcalf in there as well. Metcalf, you mentioned Neville, kind of chasing her own shots when she misses, follows them very well. And physicality is something I don't think Woodward's really lacked through much of the season, right? There hasn't been many games, with the exception of maybe the Weatherford game, where you think, okay, they just weren't physical tonight. But to your point, you know, Hooker's bringing it. I mean, that's a battle on the blocks and in the paint. So Woodward's going to have to match that. They're going to have to match that intensity. And when they do that, we saw that, I think, a lot better in the second quarter. They were able to kind of plug up what Hooker brought. You know, whether it be Neville or inside, there wasn't easy looks all of a sudden.
And both teams have made it out to the court. Boomers just now making their way out with 15.5 seconds, and now they'll put 8 fresh minutes on the board, and we are getting ready to start this third quarter as Lily Luckett will inbound the ball.
Boomers will have it working right to left in this half. Hooker going left to right.
Jocelyn Therese has it. High top of the key, guarded by Hernandez. She'll kick it out to Moore. Moore goes quickly inside to Lexi Mendel, but it's stolen away by Neville. Neville will now quickly break the pressure. She'll get across the court. The timeline, she'll almost travel with it. She'll kick it out to Metcalf for the 2. She can't get it. On the rebound comes in is Lily Luckett. Luckett will have a quick
jump ball.
Yeah,
and possession arrow gives it to Hooker, but the Boomers will at least flip the arrow.
So Hooker standing underneath her basket. Metcalf have it, but she's going to be fouled there quickly by Riley Moore as Riley Moore gets the hand caught against Metcalf, and she'll draw the quick foul.
Just Riley's second foul, first of the quarter for either team, and first of the second half.
On the inbound is going to be Rios. He's standing in front of her bench. She will get the inbound to, she's trying to get
Counts
the inbound.
on, yeah.
As you mentioned, the count was on. She got it off in time to Metcalf. Now Rios has it back. She'll have it high top of the key back to Metcalf to Neville. Neville has it on the right wing. She'll go to Allie Metcalf, top of the key, to her sister, I believe. Devry Metcalf, she'll try to fire it up. It's off the top of the glass. Rebound comes into Douglas Fisher. Douglas Fisher fighting for that one, and she'll quickly be fouled by Allie Metcalf.
Yeah, had to rip that one away from Allie Metcalf. Her second, first of the quarter for Hooker, but good job by Riley Douglas Fisher to rip away the board.
So Boomers have possession. They get it across the court. Lexi Mendel has it high top of the key, guarded by Neville. She'll kick it out to Douglas Fisher. Douglas Fisher to Lily Luckett. Luckett inside quickly to Jocelyn Therese off the top of the glass, up and in. Jocelyn Therese cutting to the basket and getting it.
Well, when you said cutting, right, that's something that Coach Moores wanted to see more in that first half. There was a lot of stagnant kind of space in that offensive side in the first quarter or first half.
Allie Metcalf has it top of the key. She'll go to Devry Metcalf, who gets it inside to Rios. Rios off the top of the glass. It's up and it's in. 26-18, Hooker on top. Boomers have the possession with 6:35 here to go in the third quarter. Jocelyn Therese tees it up from the logo. She can't get it to go, and the rebound is going to come down to Rios. She's going to be fouled by the Boomer. Who's the Boomer going to be? It's going to be number 5, Lexi Mendel.
Yeah, tough break there on the loose ball. Her second, team second of the quarter as well for the Boomers.
Minute 30 into this one. It's still an 8-point game, 26-18. Hooker on top with possession. Rios has it on the right wing, left wing. She'll be double teamed by Therese and Lexi Mendel. She'll kick it out to Hernandez, who'll get the quick 2 to fall.
And not an easy look for Hernandez, but still got to fall. And that's just going that way. Good defense, though, from the Boomers underneath.
Boomers get it across the timeline. Douglas Fisher will have it top of the key. She'll hand it off to Riley Moore. Riley Moore to Jocelyn Therese to Lexi Mendel. It's tipped away by Neville, but Lexi Mendel comes up with it. Now tipped away by Hernandez, out of bounds, and Boomers will have possession, but Hernandez is quick to swat it away.
Yeah, and you know, you're able to keep it, but again, those passing lanes are not open for the Boomers right now.
As Riley Moore has it, she'll tell Lily Luckett some directions. Now she'll kick it out to Douglas Fisher, top of the key to Mendel. Mendel back to Douglas Fisher to Riley Moore. Moore now working around the perimeter. She'll get it out to Lily Luckett. Back to Douglas Fisher. Douglas Fisher driving outside. She'll kick it out top of the key to Riley Moore. Pressure is there for the Hooker Bulldogs as they'll get it inside to Lily Luckett. She'll spin, turn around off the glass. No good, and there's going to be a foul.
Great job by Lily Luckett, race in there, get the rebound, and immediately put that back up, drew that foul. That's a Hustley third foul now on Crispo Rios.
Lily Luckett at the line, shooting 1 of 2. Her first one is up and no good. 5:23 here to go in the third quarter. 28-18 as the Hooker Bulldogs have a 10-point lead. Luckett at the line, shooting her second one off the top of the glass, and it just rolls off. Neville comes up with the rebound. She'll get it across the court. She'll drive inside the paint, kick it out to Hernandez for the right wing for 3. It's up and it's good.
Boy, and Hernandez filling this quarter. She's up to 9 points all of a sudden. And a carry by the Boomers. Therese carry.
Yep. A quick carry there, like you mentioned, by Jocelyn Therese, and it's a turnover for the Boomers. Back to the Bulldogs it goes.
That's not what you want to see, the turnover at the immediate 3-point bucket from Hooker's side. They've got that 13-point lead and could push it maybe further.
Metcalf will hand it off to Hernandez. Hernandez has it. She'll get a screen there. As Rios has it, she'll drive inside the lane. She'll put the shot up. It goes over the backboard, and it's going to be out of bounds back to the Boomers. Kind of a wild shot there.
Yeah, Rios thought that she was getting contacted, was trying to draw the foul. Like I said, just put up a wild one, and it went over the backboard back to the Boomers.
Lily Luckett will hand it off to Jocelyn Therese, who will bring it up the timeline. She'll get it across. She'll hand it back off to Luckett. Luckett finds Lexi Mendel inside cutting, and she'll find an easy basket there. Good job there by Lexi Mendel.
Yeah, way to roll around the top, find the lane cutting into the paint. She's got 8. Boomers trying to chip back into this 11-point deficit.
Neville has it. She'll go inside the paint, carry it with her a little bit, and she'll put up the shot. Can't get it to go. Off the rebounds, Riley Moore. She'll kick it out to Mendel. Mendel now guarded by Metcalf. She'll kick it back out to Moore. Moore has it, swings it out to Mendel. Mendel looking inside the paint, but she'll have to pick up her dribble and go with it as Rios is closely defending her. Now Mendel has it, back out to Treese. Treese has it high top of the key. She'll kick it out to Douglas Fisher, who stands on the left baseline, and it'll be tipped out of bounds in front of her face as Hernandez gets a fingertip on it.
Yeah, got a hand in there, and the Boomers right now working those off-ball screens, trying to free up space in the lane. Right now, Hooker on this possession doing a better job of defending.
Inbounding in front of her benches, Douglas Fisher. She'll kick it out to Jocelyn Therese, back to Douglas Fisher, who tries to go inside the lane, put up the shot, no good. On the rebound, it's going to be Hernandez. She'll bring it up the court. Now she'll drive inside the lane. She'll kick it back out to Neville. Neville thought about the three. She'll think better of it as she pumps fake. She'll kick it inside the free throw line, try to put up a shot as she's closely guarded by Jocelyn Therese. And Riley Moore comes up with the rebound. She's going to be pushed from behind by Allie Metcalf, and Metcalf is going to pick up her, I believe, her 3rd personal.
It is her 3rd personal, 3rd of the quarter as well for Hooker. So a couple more there in the bonus. Send Boomers to the line as Metcalf will sit, give way to D. Herrera.
So D. Herrera checks into the game, as well as Metcalf, Devery Metcalf.
Yeah.
Jocelyn Therese has it high top the key. She'll kick it out to Luckett. Swing it back out to Lexi Mendel, who will hand it off to Riley Moore. Moore now working inside. She'll go inside, put the shot up off the glass inside the paint. Can't get it to go. On the rebound is going to be Metcalf. She'll kick it out to Neville as Neville has it high top the key. She thought about the 3 and she'll kick it back out to Metcalf. Devery Metcalf kicks out to Hernandez. Left wing for 3. Can't get it to go. On the left baseline she shot it from. Rebound comes down to Riley Moore. Jocelyn Therese has it, but it'll be poked away by Hernandez. Man, Hernandez has been poking that ball just about the same spot every time.
Yeah, I mean, her and the rest of the Bulldogs is very apt with the hands, whether it's on a pass, whether you're dribbling, they make it tough, don't give you a lot of space.
So Lexi Mendel will now have it high top the key, driving inside the paint is Lily Luckett. She'll try to float her, she can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to the Bulldogs. Neville has it, she'll be inside the paint as she's looking to toss it to someone as Lily Luckett comes up with a steal. Luckett will now have it on the right wing. She'll kick it out right baseline to Lexi Mendel. Now back out to Therese. Therese fires from the top of the key, off the top of the rim, can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to the Bulldogs. D. Herrera has it, and she will be fouled there by Lily Luckett or Riley Moore, one of the two.
Let's see who they get, as that will be on Luckett, her first third of the quarter for the Boomers. So just 2:36 to go in the quarter, each team with 3 fouls apiece in the quarter.
31-20, as you mentioned, 2:36 here to go in the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs on top with possession. Underneath her basket is Hernandez. She'll hand it off to Rios, and Rios will bring it up the court for the Bulldogs. She'll get it across the timeline. Now she'll be working around the perimeter, giving Hernandez some directions. Now D. Herrera has it guarded by Jocelyn Therese. Therese pokes it away, almost gets it across for an over and back, but it's stolen away by the freshman Kaylee Mills. Going to the basket off the top of the rim. It's up, it's good, and the Boomers have found some life.
Yeah, finally found a basket. Good work by Kaylee Mills to be able to get that one rip away, and she's got 5 on the night so far.
31-22, Bulldogs on top with possession. Rios has it working around the perimeter, guarded by Lexi Mendel. Mendel not letting her have any of it. Rios gives her a little bit of a bump, hands it off to Hernandez. She'll put up the floater for 2, can't get it to go. On the rebound is Riley Moore. Riley Moore gets it across the timeline, going inside, working it for the Boomer. She'll hand it off to Lexi Mendel. Mendel now working around the perimeter, trying to find an open shot. Jocelyn Therese has it, high top of the key. She'll look for someone. She's guarded closely by Hernandez. She'll kick it out to Douglas Fisher on the left wing. She'll go inside the paint to Kaylee Mills. She'll lose it. Kaylee Mills will fall back on top of it, and we are going to have a jump ball.
Yeah, possession arrow should be with Woodward on that. And, that's a teaching moment for the freshmen. We talked about the double, triple teams on the block. she took the pass and immediately turned it to a triple team because her head was down. Head's got to stay up on that.
Boomers inbounding it underneath their own basket will be Jocelyn Therese to Douglas Fisher. Douglas Fisher will have it. She'll kick it out to Riley Moore, who fires the three, can't get it to go. With 1:21 here left to go in the third quarter. Hooker on top, 31-22 with possession. Rios has it. She'll swing it around to Hernandez. She'll go inside, thought about the three. Now she'll hit the floater inside the paint. Can't get it to go off the top of the glass. She'll put another one back up. It's no good, and it's going to be out of bounds on the Boomer somehow, as it looks like the ball went off the hands of Hernandez, but they'll say the Boomers were the last to touch it.
Yeah, I thought she was on the save attempt. They're saying it was already hitting the floor out of bounds when she tried to save it, so it stays with the Bulldogs.
As the Bulldogs will have it, it'll be Metcalf. She'll get off the inbound, guarded closely. Here's Neville. She'll have it. She'll go inside the paint for two. It's off the top of the glass. It rolls out, but there is a foul. Foul's going to be on number 21, Douglas Fisher. Douglas Fisher now gets a technical as she mouths off to the ref, unfortunately. Just says a couple extra words.
She was just confused, and yeah, like I said, they teed her up. So she was frustrated by that and got the technical. So unfortunate for the Boomers.
And so a couple of technical free throws will be up as Neville will make her first one.
Neville was 17 of the 32 for Hooker, has been the majority of the scoring. Hernandez has picked up as well with 9. Neville misses the second free throw.
So with Neville missing the second one, both shots have been, or both free throws have been attempted. One of two got to go, and now we're going to have two more for Neville's foul.
Yep. Her 2 foul shots, so 4 total free throws on this trip.
So Neville makes her 3 of 4, or excuse me, 2 of 4.
No, you're right. 3rd of her 4th, yes.
As Neville is at the line for her 4th and final shot, and there it is. She'll get 3 of 4 to fall.
She's got 19 of the Hooker 34 at this point. The lead extended to 12 for the Lady Bulldogs, as Coach Moore had a very long and I wouldn't say quite animated, but in-depth discussion with the official, I called the technical, on Riley Douglas Fisher.
Trying to understand the whole logistics behind it.
Yep.
As Metcalf will have it, she'll go inside to Neville. Neville has it. She'll fire for 3 from the left wing off the top of the rim. No good. Rebound comes to Michelle Ibarra. Somehow they're going to call a jump ball as Michelle Ibarra was fighting for it. We would like to see the Boomers have the possession there, but...
Yeah, Michelle just couldn't get clear possession, but you'll take the jump ball now. Timeout by Coach Moore, just a 30. We can keep it right here real quick. Looking at some of these stats, we didn't quite get to them at the halftime, but we mentioned Isabel Noble with 19 of the 34 for Hooker in this quarter. Ruby Hernandez has stepped up. She's got 9, so they have combined for 28 of the 34. Other points coming from Edelyn Dia Herrera off the bench, and 2 from Crisbel Rios. Dia Herrera with 3 points as well for Allie Metcalf for Woodward. Still been Lexington Middle leading the way with 8. You got 5 from Kaylee Mills, 4 from Jocelyn Therese, and 3 from Riley Douglas Fisher, 2 for Riley Morris. Nobody double figures for the Boomers, but with only 22 points on the board, that happens. Dakota, this pace has been played at kind of the way Hooker wants it to. You go look at their scores and look at the film, makes sense. They want to keep those games low scoring. They want to, grind it into more of a half-court affair, and that's what's happened so far.
It's 34-22, 55 seconds here left to go in the third quarter. Hooker will have it underneath her own basket. It'll be Neville. Neville will look to Metcalf underneath. She'll try to get it to her, but Jocelyn Therese reads it too perfectly, and she will just bat it out of bounds with the help of Riley Moore.
Yeah, that's a good job, and that's, if you're going to come back from this 12-point deficit, that's what you got to do. Got to be in the lanes, got to be aggressive.
So try number 2 on this one. She'll get it into Allie Metcalf this time. She'll shoot the long 2 from the free throw line, and she'll get it to go.
3 points for Metcalf. Hooker extends the lead to 14.
44 seconds here to go in the third quarter. Mendel has it. She'll go into Therese. Therese now working the baseline. She'll kick it out to Lily Luckett. He'll get it inside to Riley Moore. Riley Moore loses it, comes back up with it. As it bounces a little too high, she'll regain possession, and we'll call that a travel.
Yeah, Woodward thought for a moment it's tip. Not the case. They say it, like I said, the travel for Moore, unfortunately.
So with 30 seconds here to go in the third quarter, might see the Bulldogs hold for one shot, or maybe they'll try to drive to the basket. That they will. Metcalf has it. She'll kick it out to Rios. She tries to, but it's stolen away by Mendel. Mendel now driving inside the lane, giving her opponent a bump, and the one as she'll get the shot to fall.
Big basket there from Lexington Middle. Boomers needed that one right before the end of the quarter. as Mendel up to 10 points, first Boomer in double figures tonight.
So Mendel gets the shot to fall at the line for the and one.
Just the first foul on Neville for Hooker.
Mendel at the line, trying to get that and one. A little too hard there on the shot. Rebound goes down to Neville. Neville gets a save. She'll kick it out to Metcalf, back to Neville. Neville with 10 seconds will have the last shot here for the Bulldogs. Guarded closely by Tree. She gets a shot, a screen from Neville.
Oh, they fouled her.
On the three-point shot with 3.4 seconds. Neville is going to go to the line. A foul on Riley Moore.
Yeah, Riley leaned a little too hard into the closeout on the perimeter, and Neville, won't say quite acted, but kind of reacted a little bit more aggressively to that bump. Went to the floor, and they got her for the foul. Third on Moore in the ball game. But fifth in the quarter for the Boomers. Luckily, just 3.4 seconds to go. Bonus won't matter, and Neville misses the first.
As the first shot is going to be up and no good, like you mentioned. 3.4 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Boomers might have a shot if they can get the rebound. As Neville makes her second one, now she'll be shooting her third and final shot.
Neville up to 20 points in this as Bradley Douglas-Fisher comes in for Riley Moore. Quick substitution for the Boomers.
So Neville at the line trying to go 3 of 3. Third one is up and good. So she goes 3 for 3 from the line. 2 for 3 from the line, excuse me. She missed her first one. And as we'll have 3.4 seconds, Boomers will inbound it underneath their own basket. As Lexi Mendel has it, she'll get the count now. As Jocelyn Treese gets it across the court, she'll hit the long three-point shot from the logo, up and good. And Jocelyn Treese brings the Boomers to life at the end of the third quarter. And it's an 11-point lead for the Bulldogs. When we come back, it's the start of the fourth quarter. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, Pipe Lanes Tire.
Oklahoma DRS helps job seekers with disabilities become taxpayers.
Their whole thing is to help people with disabilities go back to work.
They knew that I would be successful if I did not give up.
They have given me the power and confidence to face any challenge.
I'm just glad that, DRS was there. Empower yourself. Talk to DRS Vocational Rehabilitation
or services for the blind today. OKDRS.gov. 800-487-4042.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Tyler Riggs, Dakota Wagner with you. As the Boomers have it, around the top of the key is going to be Douglas Fisher. She'll feed it inside to Michelle Ibarra, back out to Lily Luckett. Luckett has it. She'll feed it out to Lexi Mendel, to Douglas Fisher on the right baseline. Douglas Fisher gets it inside to Michelle Ibarra, who tries to go up and inside the shot for two, and she's going to be fouled.
Yeah, great work in there for the Boomers, working around, find Ibarra the one-on-one eventually, and she went up strong, drew that foul. It's the third on Devery Metcalf. So her and Allie both with 3 apiece.
So Ibarra at the line. Her first one's up and good. Cuts the Boomer lead just to 10 now.
Yeah, I mean, if you could get this under, 10-9, you had that 3 at the end of the third quarter by Jocelyn Treese, that heave, and then all of a sudden you've got some momentum. Just got to find that run.
And the second one is good. So that's really 5 unanswered for the Boomers if you think about it.
Yep.
From the 3-point shot at the buzzer from Treese, and Douglas Fisher is going to bump Neville, unfortunately, and she's going to pick up another foul. That's going to be the 4th on Douglas Fisher. One more, and she's going to be out.
Yeah, I mean, that technical foul playing big now because, like I said, it's number 4 due to the tech earlier, and she's going to have to play a little bit more careful.
So Neville has it around the top of the key, guarded by Treese. Treese gets a set on the screen there by Metcalf as Michelle Ibarra will come up with the steal, and then Hernandez will come back up with it. She'll go up with the shot, but it's going to be tipped out of bounds, I believe by Jocelyn Tree. She'll get a hand on it back to the Bulldogs.
Great job by the Boomers on the defense on the drive for Neville. She lost that handle. Fortunately, just couldn't scoop it up and take it the other way. As Hernandez, boy, she's been really working hard in the second half, especially underneath on loose balls.
7:19 here to go in the fourth quarter, 38-29. Bulldogs on top with possession. Rio has it around the top of the key, guarded by Luckett. Now she'll find Metcalf. Devery Metcalf will now be working it inside. She'll kick it back out to Rios, who will fire the three from the right wing. Can't get it to go. Boomers will let it roll out of bounds, and back to possession. The Boomers will have it.
So you got the stop you needed. Like you mentioned a second ago, you're on basically a 5-0 run with a 3 at the end of the half and the free throws to start the fourth. So now you just got to string together another couple of baskets and stops, and you're right into this game.
Boomers have possession. Riley Moore top of the key. She'll kick it out right wing to Lexi Mendel. Now back out to Treese. Treese goes inside pass to Michelle Barr, but it's stolen away there by Metcalf, and she'll hand it off to Neville.
Right idea, just too tough of a pass, unfortunately, to feed into Barr.
So Neville has it to Metcalf to Rios, working around that perimeter, taking some seconds off the clock, just trying to find an open basket. Neville will work around. She'll be tipped there by Jocelyn Treese, as Hernandez will come back up with the possession. Rios has it. She'll be working it inside now. She'll kick it back out to Metcalf at the top of the key. To Neville. Neville now has it, guarded closely by Jocelyn Treese. She'll go inside the paint, hit a shot from around the free throw line. Can't get it to go. Michelle Barr comes up with a big rebound.
And great defense for Jocelyn Treese on the drive. The shot still almost went for Neville, but the Boomers come away with it.
As Lexi Mendel now working it inside, she'll kick it out to Jocelyn Treese, who fires a three. Little too much contest there in the face of Jocelyn Treese, and it'll be out of bounds, and they're going to have possession back to the Hooker Bulldogs.
Yeah, a bit of a rush three there from Treese. Had a hand on her face. It was a good closeout. You know, usually she's good from the corner, but you don't want that contested. That was a heavily contested shot.
5:58 here to go in the game for the girls. Hooker on top, 38-29. With possession is Neville. Neville has it. She'll be working around the perimeter. She'll kick it off to Metcalf, now to Hernandez, back to Metcalf, Allie Metcalf to Derby Metcalf, and it's going to be an offensive foul.
It's on Allie Metcalf underneath. What do they got? No, Isabel Neville, so her second. And team second.
Neville there with a little too much. Didn't really see what unfolded down there.
Yeah, just basically said a push, was trying to come around, I think, a screen, set screen, and it pushed.
Hey, we'll take it. 5:30 here to go in the game for the Boomers. 38-29, Bulldogs on top. Boomers with possession. Working it around the right wing is Jocelyn Treese. To the left wing is Riley Moore. She'll go inside, shoot the shot inside the paint for two. Can't get it to go off the top of the rim, but she is fouled, and that is going to be the fourth personal foul on Crisabel Rios.
And so Hooker in a little bit of foul trouble with a couple rules of three, and now 4 for Rios. Good job by Riley Moore to work just below that free throw line, find a little space for a look, and drew the foul.
Now Riley Moore has cut this to an 8-point game. The Boomers are within striking distance. It's 38-30 now. Moore at the line shooting her second one. She's got both of them to fall. It's a 3-possession ball game here for the Boomers. 38-31 with 5:22.
The press is on.
And just like that, Tyler, you mentioned that the press was on. The pass was too long, and the Boomers will now have possession again.
Tipped out of bounds by Alex Mitchell. She just got a hand on it, trying to scoop it up. Unfortunately, almost possession for the Boomers.
Fortunately, I didn't see that, as Hooker will have possession like you mentioned. Neville will have it guarded by Treese. Neville goes inside the shot for two. It's up and good.
And, you know, we talked about a 3-level score for her. She pulled a mid-range in the paint from 3. She took advantage there, and now gets the steal.
Neville has a steal. She'll be going inside the lane, going inside for that basket, and she's going to be fouled a little hard there, as Riley Moore and Lexi Mendel were on both sides of her, and let's see who they get the foul on.
Looks like Lexi Mendel, so that'd be her third, and that's the right thing. I mean, you don't want to give Neville an easy breakaway. Not necessarily shove her down, but you got to get a foul there to make sure she doesn't get a layup.
So that's 3 fouls on the Boomers here in the quarter, as Neville's looking to get it out, and we're going to have a timeout here by Coach Kerr, as she was taking too long off the inbound, and we're going to take a break as you're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Parenting is hard. Technology can make it harder. The Family Media Plan developed by the American Academy of Pediatrics helps make it easier. Go to healthychildren.org/media plan to set the media priorities and create the media plan that's right for your family. Raising kids in the age of screens is easier when you have a plan. Go to healthychildren.org/media plan today. That's healthychildren.org/media plan.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Tyler Riggs, Dakota Wagner with you as there's 5 minutes and 1 second left to go here in the fourth quarter. Hooker on top of the Boomers by 9, 40-31, as they will be inbounding it underneath their own basket. It'll be Neville to Hernandez. Hernandez has it high top of the key, guarded by Lexi Mendel. She'll hand it off to Guerra as she'll work it to Metcalf, back to Neville for a long three off the top of the rim, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds, back to the Boomers.
Good job. I mean, look, you don't want Neville to get a clean look from three. They at least got a hand in her face there, force the miss, and now you just got to find a basket. You've been in striking distance. You're within, 7-9. You got to string together some shots here to get within a possession.
4:35 here to go in the fourth quarter. Hooker on top, 40-31. Boomers have possession. It's Jocelyn Trees to Riley Moore. He'll go inside. She'll look inside to Michelle Ibarra. Michelle Ibarra will lose the handle, gain it back. She'll get it off to Jocelyn Trees, working that baseline to Lexi Mendel. Spin move inside the paint. Lexi Mendel finds the cutting basket.
Yeah, really had to fight through some traffic. She did. Mendel leading the way with 12 points for the Boomers. Cut it back to 7 and almost get it still on the press. Knock it out of bounds by Mendel.
As you were saying, the Boomers got that pressure there and forced out of bounds. Bulldogs have it in front of the Boomer bench. They'll inbound it to Neville. Neville will be guarded closely by Lexi Mendel. Neville now fires another three from the top of the key, off the top of the rim once again. Can't get it to go. Tahara tries to go for the putback. She can't get it to go. But on the rebound was going to be Hernandez, and it's off the foot of her as she's going to have 1 foot inbounds, 1 foot out of bounds, and back to the Boomers she goes.
Boy, Boomers got a break as Dee Herrera had an open look on the second chance and just could not finish it. And you get a break, now you got to make the basket. Cut this to either 5 or 4, make it within 2 possessions.
3:45 here to go in the fourth quarter. Lexi Mendel inside to Michelle Ibarra, inside the paint, off the top of the glass. It's up and good. And there it is, folks, a 5-point game.
Ibarra with 4 and a nice up and under move underneath to get the basket. Now they've got Hernandez in the backcourt trapped up.
And we're going to have another timeout by Todd Kerr. It's going to be a full, but we're going to keep it right here, folks.
Yeah, we got to break this down. I mean, the Boomers have suddenly closed this to 5. It was 14 at one point in the second half, and they've really come alive over the last few minutes. You look at the run in the last 8 minutes, Woodward on a 15-9 run. Doesn't sound like a lot, but you cut that 6 points, it's really shifted the momentum. And you know what's crazy, and Neville's a good player. Isabel Neville has balled out tonight, 23 points in the front of this homecoming crowd, but she's kind of shooting Woodward back into this. So what I mean is she's taking some quick threes that are contested. They've come up short and have allowed Woodward to get those rebounds, get points on the other end. We'll see what Coach Stoller's message is to the team in the timeout. You don't want to take away from aggressiveness when you got players scoring like this, but at the same time, you got to be aware of time, situation, score. You're down to the final few minutes, and Woodward will take those threes, right? Especially if they're missing. Now Woodward has got to continue to stay aggressive on the defensive end, Dakota, and force those tough shots.
That they do, but how about the offensive performance there on that possession from Michelle Ibarra? She loses the handle, regains it, spins, puts back off the top of the glass, and it falls.
Yeah, it was just good up and under move. I mean, just one of those that you coach in practice, right? You're back to the basket, you turn, you square up, you give the little pump fake, and you go up and under. Nice move, and well executed by Michelle. Big basket there, just 4, but she's provided some much-needed toughness so far in this game.
As the Bulldogs, Lady Bulldogs will have it in front of the Boomer bench. They will inbound it. It'll be Hernandez, excuse me. She'll get it inside to Metcalf. Metcalf will be pushing that line. She'll dump it inside behind her back to Hernandez, who keeps it in bounds. Hernandez is working around the perimeter. Now she'll go inside the paint, cut to the glass. Can't get it to go. On the rebound is Lexi Mendel. Here come the Boomers. Mendel now breaking defenders, goes inside the paint. She's going to have to
just lost the handle.
Pass it out as the pressure was too much. Metcalf comes up with it. Allie Metcalf. Now Hernandez has it. They'll try to get it across the timeline, and they do. slowing it down. Hernandez, she'll get a screen there from Neville. She loses the handle. It goes off of the fingertips of Jocelyn Therese, unfortunately, who agrees with the call.
Yeah, Boomer crowd not happy with that, but that is the right call. Therese poked it out and did a good job to defend the pass as Lily Luckett steps out. Riley Douglas steps back in with 4 fouls for the Boomers. So
Hernandez will inbound it in front of her bench. This time they'll go to Neville. Neville cuts inside. Oh, rim off. Metcalf with the
a push. Okay. Oh, they're calling it on us. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Wow, that was a late call. The shot had been missed.
Rebound.
Michelle had came down with the rebound, and they called the push well after. Wow.
Coach Moore is basically pleading her case that she wants them to call that a little bit sooner.
Yeah, if you're going to call it, you got to call that on the shot. They waited till well after the shot. Hernandez misses the first free throw. Just the first on Michelle Barra. 3 fouls from both teams in the quarter.
As you mentioned, Hernandez missed the first one, keeps this a 5-point game. 2:52 here to go in the fourth quarter. Hooker on top 40-35. They were on top as much as, I think, 14, you said.
Yeah.
And Hernandez will split the pair. 41-35, a 2-possession ball game, a 6-point game here as Lexi Mendel has it. She'll work it around the perimeter. Douglas Fisher, who cuts inside the basket, but she's going to be blocked there by Metcalf, and Neville will come up with the rebound.
Yeah, Boomer crowd wanted a foul, but I think that was pretty clean. That was a clean swat. Good defense, good rotation. Tough break for the Boomers.
Neville will have it. She'll have it at the top of the key, guarded by Jocelyn Therese, who thought about the 3-point shot, but she'll think better of it. She'll hand it off to Hernandez, who's guarded by Douglas Fisher, who really has an eye on that ball. Neville will now have it, guarded by Therese on the left wing. She'll go back and forth, working that perimeter, just trying to find that open shot. And right now, Tyler, she's just taking seconds off the clock.
Yeah, now she attacks.
She attacks with the floater for 2 inside the paint, and she'll get it to fall off the top of the rim, and now they'll extend this lead to 8.
25 points for Isabel Neville. That one was a tough one. It was good defense for the Boomers. It still fell.
Riley Moore has it. She'll kick it out to Douglas Fisher. Back out to Therese, to Riley Moore. Now she'll go inside. She'll pick up her dribble, kick it back out to Lexi Mendel. Mendel now has it, working it. She'll give it to Douglas Fisher, who thought about a long 3. She'll think better of it. She'll kick it out to Riley Moore, who will pass it out to Lexi Mendel, who loses it between her feet, regains possession.
We were starting to kind of shorten on time here. You need to find a basket soon.
Minute 25 to go. Riley Moore goes with a shot off the top of the glass. No good. Rebound comes into Rios. Rios has it on the left wing. She'll be double teamed by Douglas Fisher and Mendel. Riley Moore comes up with the rebound, but she's going to be slid out of bounds there on the far side.
She almost had the steal, but just could keep herself in bounds, like you said. Slid out of bounds near the deep left corner. A timeout by Coach Moore and crew. Minute 15 to go in the ballgame.
And we're going to keep it right here. 43-35, minute 15 here to go in the fourth quarter. And it seems like the Boomers had a 5-point game. It slipped out of their hands as a possession there kind of went wild. And Bulldogs go to the other end of the floor, hit a shot, and extends it to an 8-point lead.
Yeah, and it's a tough break because you had a lot of momentum built up. You had worked your way back in. And I think regardless of what happens tonight, I think Woodward, the effort in the second half is something they can point to going into the Kingfisher tournament and say, hey, if we can bring that intensity, that fight throughout the tournament, that will be a good sign for us, because this is, we talked about the pregame, this is really well-coached, fundamentally sound Hooker Bulldog team. That's what they do. That's what Coach Stalder does. He teaches, you know, when we talk about fundamentals, you talk about being able, everybody's going to be a ball handler. Everybody can rebound. Everybody can sit screens properly. Defensively, they're always going to be in your face and be aggressive. So this has been a really good test for Woodward tonight. Regardless if you win or lose, you like the fight they've shown in the second half. Knowing they were down at 14, could have folded, have really fought back strong.
As both teams will now be going out of their huddles. Boomers will be the first to make it on the court. Hooker still in their huddle.
Yeah, Coach Stalder taking time, finally breaking it. He used the full extent of that timeout that Woodward took.
Using that clipboard and everything.
Yep.
Drawing something up for his team, trying to come out of here with a W at home. Minute 15. Hernandez will be inbounding it. Still got the music playing here. Hernandez gets it off to Metcalf, back to Hernandez, who will drive inside. She'll lose the handle. Moore comes up with it.
Just on the ground, needs help.
Someone is
jump ball.
Took too long there trying to get it out.
And that will keep the possession with Hooker. Unfortunate for the Boomers. Great job on the inbound to get the steal, but you just couldn't find somebody to get it leaked out to.
So Neville, underneath her basket, will kick it out to Rios. Rios will now kind of just work it around the top of the key. The minute 5, and she'll be fouled.
Yeah, Lily Luckett comes out and bumps her. Coach Moore going with more of a guard-heavy lineup with both Cope and Luckett in. The only true big really is Riley Moore right now.
Hernandez will inbound it. She'll kick it out to Rios, and she will be fouled by Luckett.
That's some of those essentially intentionals. Third on Luckett, that puts Hooker in the bonus. And so 2 shots upcoming for the Lady Bulldogs, trying to push it to 10 with just a minute 2 to go.
At the line will be, I believe, Rios.
Yes, Crispo Rios got fouled on the inbounds.
Rios at the line shooting 1 of 2. First one at the line, no good.
I mean, hey, if you're going to pull off the 8-point comeback in a minute, that's how it starts, by a couple of missed free throws. I just hope that Rios drops the second. As Luckett and Cope step out, Ibarra, Douglas Fisher back in.
Rios out the line for her second shot. It's up and good.
Rios with 3 for the Bulldogs.
So the Boomers will not have possession, as it'll be stolen away there by the Bulldogs. Metcalf has it. She'll kick it back out to Neville with 52 seconds here to go in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, just a little full-court pressure got the Boomers right there, and now Neville with possession. You got to get up on her tight and hope that you could either foul her quick or have her turn it over, and they choose the foul quick option.
As Jocelyn Therese will pick up another foul.
Her second. 6th of the quarter for the Boomers.
And that will send Neville to the line as we are in the double bonus.
Isabella double, 25 big points for Hooker in this homecoming contest. Make it 26.
First one is up and good. Sends it to a 10-point lead with 43 seconds to go. Neville at the line shooting her second one. It's up and good as well.
Now you got to go quick if you're Woodward. Find the shot. Don't even have to like it. Just got to get it in the front court. And Hooker's got him kind of pressed up here at the half-court line.
35 seconds here. The Boomers have it. Riley Moore, she'll have it on the left wing. She'll work it inside now. She'll kick it out to Lexi Mendel, to Treese. Treese now working inside the paint. She'll hit a shot off the top of the glass, and it'll be no good, but she's fouled.
Yeah, good job to get to the baseline. Still, though, you took quite a bit of time off the clock. Down by 11, you had to work a little quicker. Had to work just a bit quicker. The 3rd foul charged to Ruby Hernandez for the Lady Bulldogs.
Jocelyn Treese at the line. Shooting 1 of 2, first one up and off the top of the glass, no good.
Had a couple of those where they just have looked like they're rimming in for the Boomers, then they pop out or rim out. That was another one.
46-35, 26.8 seconds here to go in the 4th quarter. Treese at the line for her second one. It goes up and off the top of the rim once again. Neville comes up with the rebound. She'll be guarded by Lily Luckett. Neville now, she'll be guarded now by Cope. And Cope will pick up a foul. 20 seconds on the dot remaining.
Just Cope's first, but we'll send Neville to the line to pad her stats a little bit more. That's 27 of the 46 for Hooker. A epic solo performance, just about. Her and Ruby Hernandez combined for 37. Make that 38 of the 47 for Hooker.
So Neville gets her first shot to fall at the line. She'll extend it to a 12-point lead for the Lady Bulldogs. Neville at the line shooting her second one up off the top of the rim, no good. 19 seconds here for the Boomers. Therese has it. She'll work it across the timeline. She'll kick it out to Moore. Moore now top of the key. She goes inside looking for someone. 10 seconds remaining. Jocelyn Therese. Kick it out to Riley Moore on the right wing. Fires a 3. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Keely Cope with 2 seconds. Lexi Mendel puts up a shot, and that's the end of the ball game. Hooker wins this one 47-35, and when we come back, we'll break down this game. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
A
Attention Expo Farm Expo exhibitors. Booth space is now available. It's the K101 Z92 Home and Agribusiness Trade Show, and it's coming to the Woodward County Event Center and Fairgrounds April 5th, 6th, and 7th. Now in our 40th year, this show features 2 exhibitor buildings plus outdoor exhibitor space and will host an extensive variety of agriculture and farm equipment. Also, home improvement ideas, clothing, communication, and entertainment products, ATVs, lawn and garden, new and used automobiles, plus arts and crafts and great food vendors. Thousands annually rely on Expo Farm Expo to see a wide variety and selection of products and services that only a show of this size can offer. Booth space is now available by calling 580-256-4101. That's 580-256-4101. Don't miss out. Reserve your space today for the Tri-State's largest spring home and farm show and be part of Expo Farm Expo 2024. Coming to the Woodward County Fairgrounds Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, April 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's food, folks, and fun with K101.
A tree can be a warrior, battling global challenges with greater courage. A tree can be a solution, cleaning our air, supporting our communities, and protecting our wildlife. A tree can be noble, growing hope in every corner of the world. That's why now is the time for trees. Millions of trees. Join our planting movement at arborday.org.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Tyler Riggs, Dakota Wagner with you as the Boomer girls have fell to the Lady Bulldogs 47-35.
Yeah, and looking at some of these stats, we mentioned Isabella Neville was a problem all night long for the Boomers. Finishes with 28 points in this one of the Hooker 47. Ruby Hernandez had 10 points, 3 from Crispo Rios, and 3 from Ali Metcalf for the Bulldogs, and Yelin De Herrera 3 as well. On the Boomer side, just one score in double figures. Lexi Middle had 12 points. Jocelyn Treese was 7, 5 for Kaylee Mills, 4 from Riley Moore, and Michelle Ibarra, 3 for Riley. Douglas Fisher kind of had an off night. I mean, look, Hooker just plainly put enforced their tempo tonight, kind of grinded this one out, and Isabella Neville was special. I mean, they trusted her with the ball in her hands, and she answered. And Woodward, I mean, there's a lot of shots felt like Woodward defended them well, but Neville was just able to will them in. I mean, when you got a player like that that's able to just get that ball in the basket despite some of those traffic, tough traffic, hand in the face, that can be tough to stop.
That can. It seems like the Boomer girls have now, their record will now fall to 6-7 on the season, and next time we'll see them in action will be at the League Buckle tournament in Kingfisher.
Yeah, and they'll take on Guyman. Guyman going to play kind of a 180 in terms of pace. They're going to look to run. They're going to get out, leak out on rebounds. So that game will maybe suit Woodward a little bit better because obviously, they want to run a little bit and be up and down. So that's always a fun competition between them and Guyman. It'll be a good one to start the Buckle of the Wheat Belt.
It will. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will get you ready for the boys' game. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the OSSAA, are the 92,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Oklahoma. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
And welcome back to the Boomer Basketball on Z92. Tyler Ricks, Dakota Wagner with you as we are getting set here for the boys game. The Boomer boys and the Hooker Bulldogs. Boomers coming to this one 4-8 on the season, coming off a loss in the third place game at the Chisholm Capital Wheat, losing to Alva 51-60. And Tyler, you called that game, and that was a rough game for the Boomers, but you know, they started to find their way back in that one and unfortunately fell to the Goldbugs.
Yeah, I mean, at the half, they were there by a point, right? They were just trailing by a point, and unfortunately couldn't close that in the second half. Overall, we talked about it, you know, back in the girls' pregame. Felt like they had a good tournament. You played 3 really good teams in Chisholm, who you beat at home, start out the tournament. Drummond was just kind of a buzzsaw, man. Senior team, very well put together as a Class A squad. And then Alva, I think that was a winnable game for the boys, but you're dealing with some issues in the sense that Connor Price had left the Drummond game with the back issue, came back, played sparingly. He sat out day 3, so that kind of affected your offense. You had to kind of adapt, and you know, we saw a lot of Connor Reed handling the ball and take things up, and that's not really his game all the time, right? He likes to work with the ball in his hands, but not quite as the point guard. And I think we're hearing that Connor Price, at least, that was the early report, will be back tonight. We'll see how much he plays if he starts, maybe a little bit more sparingly, but I think they ultimately kind of want to have him back mainly for the Buckle of the Wheat Belt tournament.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tyler. As you know, Connor Price is just a very vocal guy. He just knows basketball very well. He knows where to be at the right place at the right time. He's a very good leader on the team, as well as communicating with those and telling them where to be at the right place at the right time. But, you know, let's take a look at this Hooker Bulldog team. They are 10-0 on the season. They are led by Coach Todd Kerr. This team is rolling, Tyler. I mean, they are averaging 71.1 points per game, but they are only giving up 34.5. I mean, that right there is pretty crazy.
Yeah, they're the number 4 team in 2A at 10-0. And have really, I mean, when we talk deep, they are deep, and we'll get to that in a minute. You look at the schedule, Garden City, Kansas, played them before they went to the Groom Tournament, won by 20. That's a 6A school in Garden City. They go to the Groom Tournament. Their closest game in that tournament was in round 2, and it was a 24-point victory against River Road, who is Texas as well. Beat Miami and Willer, beat Willer in the finals, that one by 40. They dismantled Turpin. They go to the Merritt Tournament, beat Canute in the finals 82-54. Canute, number 11 in Class A. And then they took on Texoma and rolled them, who's number 9 in Class A, 76-45. So this is a team, like you mentioned, they are dominating right now. They're tall, they're lanky, they're athletic. Nate Hildago is an absolute star as a junior, 6'7", tough to guard, can play inside and out. A guy that's going to pop some eyes, I think, you know, and it has since he stepped on campus. Keelan Robinson, just now sophomore. We're watching layup lines, and he's sitting there tossing himself, going between the legs, almost flushing it home. He can leap out the building, has some of that track speed we were talking about, and that's going to be a theme. Justin Palacios, a freshman, not sure how much we'll see him, but he was a stud on the football field. Cleet Bardens, he's going to lead this team as a junior, another supreme athlete. You know, guys like Kel Metcalf with the size. So this Hooker team really has it all. It's going to test Woodward to the extreme tonight.
You know, you take a look at their size, and it's all spread out. You guys got anywhere from 6'7" on the starting to 5'11" to 6'2". I mean, it just varies. You are led by juniors and a sophomore on the team. 4 juniors, 1 sophomore starting here tonight for the Bulldogs, and surprisingly, no seniors.
Yeah, and you'll see those seniors kind of come off more in the bench role. Braxton Burge, a guard, as well as Omar Gomez. Gomez actually the homecoming king tonight in the girls pregame festivity. Those 2 guys will kind of be the first 2 you'll look to see as far as the senior leadership, but it just speaks to the talent this Hooker team has. I mean, those 2 guys we just mentioned, Burge and Gomez, would start on a lot of other teams, but you know, with how deep this team is this year, they're coming off 20 wins, and they're looking to push further. I mean, they feel like this is a season that they could go compete. The only problem is, in their class, they've got maybe one of the best teams, if not the best team in the state in Dale. That's going to be a tough one should they come to them, but they feel like they can handle it. They are tall, lanky, athletic.
They are, and they have a 10-0 record, but we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will have the starting lineups and the tip-off. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
From
more than 20 years, Northwest Glass has served Northwest Oklahoma with all their glass and door needs, including vehicle and equipment, windshield replacements and chip repairs, rekeying locks, and window and door repairs and installations. Call 256-4324 or stop by 611 Texas Avenue for all your glass and door needs. Good luck, Boomers.
For the past 58 years, Klein Mechanical has served Woodward and Northwest Oklahoma for all your residential or commercial needs, including plumbing, HVAC, electrical, and construction. One call does it all. Located at 1301 Main Street, or give them a call at 256-5014. Good luck, Boomers.
After his surgery and his sutures were removed, he just has a scar. We always called it his superhero scar because to us, he is our superhero. So if I can bring awareness of craniosynostosis through telling Jet's story, then maybe that would help out a family who has a child that has recently been diagnosed with the condition.
For information about birth defects awareness, prevention, or family support services, visit oklahoma.gov/health/OBDR.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Around the world, generations of leaders build new friendships and solve problems, turning great ideas into reality. Take action with us. Find out more at rotary.org/action.
Welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. As we have the starting lineups, we will keep it here.
Yeah, keep it here and run through that for the Boomers real quick. Connor Price is going to be the starter in the starting lineup. Would be him, Ethan Neal, Carter Reed, Connor Sunderland, and Ben Cheat for the Boomers. For Hooker, it'll be Keelan Robinson, the sophomore. Omar Gomez, the homecoming king, is going to draw the start as a senior tonight. Also see Drake Duncan, who gave the invocation earlier, as well as Nate Hildago, talked about him a minute ago, and Cleet Martins. So for Hooker, Cleet Martins, Omar Gomez, Keelan Robinson, Trace Duncan, and Nate Hildago, the 5. Hooker wearing the home white tops and white bottoms, got the blue trim, blue numbers, and text trimmed in some black. Boomers wearing the road black uniforms, black tops, black bottoms, the kind of mosaic triangular pattern on the trim in white, and then the gold around the shoulders, and the numbers and text white trimmed in gold for the Boomers.
As you know, I take a look in the stands, Tyler, and I can't get to notice. I see a lot of Boomer fans out here like Caden Reed, former players like David Garcia down the other way, and you know, a lot of Boomer fans here. I'm glad to see they showed up for the 2-hour trip.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Definitely brought a lot of fans. I think we're going to have, unfortunately, I don't know what happened in the book for Woodward, but there's technical free throws going on to start this game. So something must have been, usually that means, unfortunately, there was a discrepancy in the book, and that is what's assigned. Maybe somebody wasn't properly in the lineup as they were supposed to be, something of that nature. So Hooker will actually get to start with technical free throws to begin this game. Cleet Martins will fire him away. Does get the first.
Yep, Tyler, as you know, I'm seeing some new Boomers there on the bench this time. Maybe that has something to do with it. A couple of our JV guys.
Oh yeah, that were around earlier.
That, you know, haven't really been on the bench or on there tonight. So that's good to see that. Maybe seeing some young guys.
So we won't have a tip because of that. Obviously, the 2 free throws for Hooker, and Woodward will see the opening possession to the Bulldogs, who are working right to left in this first half. Boomers working left to right.
LB Martins. Martins will inbound it. He will inbound it to Robinson. Robinson will get it across the timeline. Get it out to Gomez, who will find a kind of a lob layup there to Keelan Robinson for the easy basket. And they're on top 4-0. Boomers have it now. Connor Price will work against Trace Duncan. Will kick it out to Carter Reed. Reed now to Sunderland. Sunderland back out to Reed. Reed has it on the right wing. He'll drive inside against Hildago. It'll be stolen away there by Martins. Martin goes in for the layup, up and good, and one as Carter Reed fouls Martins there on the shot.
I'm hearing the issue may have been Woodward had somebody added to the book after it was signed. So that's where the text came from. Just a little, and kind of what we figured maybe a scoring book discrepancy. So that is the case, unfortunately, and one for Martins, the foul on Carter Reed, and Martins makes the free throw as well. He's got 5 of the 7 early.
So quickly it's 7-0 for the Bulldogs with 7:24 here to go in the first quarter. Sunderland has it. He'll get it out to Price. They have the hard count, trying to get it across in 10 seconds. They do. Ethan Neal now. He thought about the quick two. He'll think better of it. He'll hand it off to Carter Reed. Carter Reed shoots the two from the free throw line. Neal saves it. Ben Cheap hits the three from the left wing. He can't get it to go. And the rebound comes down to Robinson. Robinson kicks it out to Duncan. Duncan thinks about the three. He'll shoot it. Can't get it to go. On the rebound is Cheap. For the Boomers, now here comes Carter Reed. Gets it across the timeline. He's on the left wing at the three-point line. Kick it out to Price. Price back to Reed. Reed now looking inside. Kick it out to Neal, top of the key. Neal drives inside the lane. We'll think about the two, but Robinson is kind of all over him, so he'll kick it back out top of the key to Ben Cheek.
Yeah, it's got to find a bucket here for Woodward. Start getting into some rhythm. Obviously, it's been a weird start with the tech free throws to begin the game.
Carter Reed finds a two-point basket inside the paint, and it falls, and that's the first points there for the Boomers.
Yeah, good job to get a little shield off inside now. Hooker, though, breaking that press.
And it's going to be a, what are they going to call it?
Foul on Connor Sunderland there on the shot. Came over a little late on the rotation in the 2-on-1. Sent Trace Duncan to the free throw line.
So Sunderland will pick up his first foul as Duncan will go to the line for two. Duncan at the line makes his first one. And this is probably going to be a fast-paced game here.
Oh, absolutely.
This Bulldogs team likes to go up and down the court very fast and like to essentially get these games over as quick as they possibly can. So it's 9-2, 6:20 here to go in the first quarter. Carter Reed has it. He'll go inside the lane, drive for two. Can't get it to go, but he will be fouled by Trace Duncan, I believe.
Yeah, that's a good job by the Boomers. I mean, if you're going to stay in the game, you got to be able to answer the press of Hooker. Got to be able to try to run with them. And good drive there. They will pick up Cleet Martins as team first for Hooker.
So Cleet Martins, as you mentioned, will pick up his first foul. First team foul there for the Bulldogs as Reed will miss his first free throw. Reed at the line shooting his second. Trying to go one of two. Can't get the second one to go. Rebound comes down to Robinson. Robinson goes across the court to Martins, who goes across, try to hand it off to Gomez, but Gomez loses the handle. It goes out of bounds back to the Boomers.
Yeah, Martins just fired that pass way over the head of Gomez, almost sent it into the stands as he's just driving that baseline, looking to be aggressive.
So Price has it. He'll be working against Duncan. He'll try to get across the pressure as he does. Reed has it. He'll go inside to Sunderland. Sunderland botting against Saldago. Sunderland goes inside for the two-point basket. He gets it to go.
Great job by Sunderland to work underneath and not get the travel. Kind of was dragging that foot, almost got the travel call.
On the other side, Martins goes in from a long pass. He'll get it to fall off the top of the glass.
7 for Martins early, and it's going to be tough to press this Hooker team.
11-4, 5:35 here to go in the first quarter. Cheap has it on the left wing. He'll go inside the paint to Sunderland. Sunderland goes off the top of the glass. It's no good as Hidalgo gets the rebound. He'll kick it out to Robinson. Robinson has it. He'll drive inside the paint, kick it out to Duncan for the three-point shot. It's up and good off the right baseline.
So Duncan with a big three. He's got 5. Martins with 7. Robinson with 2.
Correction, left baseline on that shot as Carter Reed gets it across the timeline. Now he'll go inside the paint, try to go up for the two-point shot. It'll be off the hands of Nate Hidalgo as he'll knock it away. Boomers will retain possession underneath their own basket with 5:06 here. 14-4, Bulldogs on top. Connor Price, a long three-point shot from the basketball logo, and he'll get it to go.
Welcome back, Connor Price. Big three for the Boomers there.
Hidalgo quickly gets it inside to Gomez off the top of the glass. Can't get it to go. On the rebound was Ethan Neal, but they'll go down off
his own player at Sunderland, yeah.
Yeah, as Sunderland was underneath the basket, laying down, trying to get back up. It'll roll off the top of his body, and back to the Bulldogs it goes.
Hey, real quick, we want to thank everybody for listening on Z92, KMZ FM Woodward, as you join us either here or on Boomer TV, which you find the link to on Z92online.com.
As Robinson, he'll have it on the left baseline. He'll kick it out to Martins for 3. He can't get it to go. Robinson comes up with the rebound. It's tipped away by Duncan. Duncan has it. It'll be on the ground. Price will come up with it for the Boomers. He'll get it inside the Cheap, inside the paint. Cheap can't get it to go. Neal tries to come up with the rebound, but it's going to be out of bounds, but the Boomers will have possession.
Cheap felt that pressure on the layup, man. They were coming for him on the block. unfortunately blew it a little bit strong, and the Boomers do keep the possession, thankfully.
4:30 in the first quarter. Hooker on top 14-7. Boomers have possession as Carter Reed will kick it out to Ben Cheap to Connor Price, who will shoot the three-point basket. This is going to be an offensive foul, unfortunately. Connor Sunderland will draw the foul.
Yeah, I did see what the foul was quite for. It'll be his second. He'll have to go to the bench as Isaiah Washington pops up. Second foul on Sunderland, team fourth in the quarter for the Boomers.
As Bulldogs have it, it'll be Keelan Robinson.
Checked into the ball game.
Kick it out to Braxton Burge.
Slade Stalder.
Stalder has it. He'll get it stolen away there as Carter Reed has it. Ben Sheep now spins inside. Kick it out to Reed. Reed back to Price. Price to Neal, top of the key. He'll go inside to Isaiah Washington, but it's stolen away as Keelan will get it inside to Duncan. Duncan goes for the two-point shot, blocked by Neal on the putback. They can't get it to go. Ball's on the floor. Who comes up with it? That's going to be Braxton Burge. He'll go inside for the two-point shot, and he'll get it to go quickly. On the other end, the Boomers go to the line, and they will go against the glass, get the shot to fall, and Ethan Neal will be going to the line for the and one shot.
Yeah, tough take by Ethan Neal, getting that one to fall through some heavy contact. He was an all-tournament team player for the Boomers at the Wheat Capital.
So Ethan Neal at the line for the and one shot. He can't get it to fall as Hidalgo will come up with the rebound. He'll kick it out to Robinson. Robinson now to Stalder. Stalder to Duncan for the three-point shot. It's up and good. And they have made this a 10-point ball game once again.
Yeah, I can't leave Trace Duncan that open in the corner. He will nail it. He's got 8 points early.
Carter Reed gets it inside to Isaiah Washington. Back out to Ethan Neal. Carter Reed now working inside the paint to Isaiah Washington, who lets a man blow by him, and then he'll put up the shot. It rims in. Takes a minute to fall, but it does.
Great patience by Washington to let Hidalgo fly by him.
So 19-11, the Boomers get a steal at the half-court line. Carter Reed now hop steps, goes inside, hits it off the glass, it's up and in, and now it's 19-13.
6-point game, 4 points for Carter Reed. Boomers press so far a little bit successful.
Burge has it, he'll kick it out to Stalder. Stalder has it, he'll get it out to Robinson. He will slowly work the offense. Robinson guarded by Price. Burge has it inside to Hidalgo at the free throw line. Hidalgo back out to Duncan, top the key for three. Fires, can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Hidalgo. He's 6'7", he finds the rebound quite easy. Hidalgo now spins around, tries the jump shot, can't get it to go. Ethan Neal comes up with it. He'll drive it across the lane, all the way across the court, get it to Isaiah Washington. Free throw line, goes in and out at the free throw line, and the Bulldogs come up with the possession. Quickly the other way, Duncan tries to go up with it. He's denied. Rebound comes down to the Boomers. Carter Reed now going the other way. Carter Reed tries to put up a shot. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Hidalgo.
He had Ben Cheap on the 3-on-2 open, and he didn't give it to him.
So Robinson will kick it out to Burge. Burge now has it inside. He'll drive for two. He'll be stripped away as Carter Reed swats it down. Thought he had it, but there's going to be a foul.
And they're calling a shooting foul. That ball was stripped away after, or before Burge even went up for the shot. They're going to get Carter Reed. Thought that was a clean strip. His fifth of the quarter for the Boomers, so it's 2 shots either way. That's why you get 2 shots. And they're not saying shooting foul, but just foul on the floor results in 2 shots with the bonus.
So Palacio will check in as well as Martins. Gage Hutchins has checked into the ball game. He will take out Ethan Neal as Price comes up with the rebound. Carter Reed has it. He'll go inside to Hutchins. Hutchins fires a 3 from the right wing. It's up and no good. Rebound comes down to Robinson. Robinson gets it across the court. He'll drive inside the lane, put a floater up for 2, can't get it to go, but on the rebound is Nate Hidalgo. He can't get it to go. Saved by Carter Reed. He'll kick it out to Isaiah Washington across the court to Gage Hutchins. Inside the paint, now back out to Carter Reed working inside a 3-on-1 situation. He'll be turned over on.
They got a foul on this ref and a jump ball. Where they got they got a foul? Is that on Hooker? It is. Wow. I thought they were going to get the jump ball. They're going to get Burge with the push. So break kind of goes the Boomers' way on that one. His first.
So Hooker will have their third team foul here in the first quarter. With a minute 24, they're on top of the Boomers 20-13 as the Boomers will have possession underneath their own basket.
Connor Sutherland back into the ball game for Isaiah Washington. Good minutes from Washington there. Played good defense, got some boards.
As Price will inbound it. Looking for a Boomer. He'll find Carter Reed. Quick jump shot off the top of the glass. No good. Rebound comes into Sunderland. Sunderland to Gage Hutchins for three. Fires no good on the rebound as Sunderland again has a little bit of contact. No foul. As they'll get it across the court is Martins. Cleet Martins has it. It'll be quickly stolen away by Connor Price off the tip. Then Carter Reed has it. Then it's stolen away by Pelosio. Pelosio goes up with the shot.
Offensive foul. It is a charge.
Offensive foul, a charge. Tyler, you called it.
What a wild sequence for both teams there, and eventually charged for the freshman Justin Palacios. This is a back-and-forth game so far. You know, you've had some good looks if you're Woodward, Dakota. They haven't fallen. I think they've done a good job to run with Hooker. Started out a little rough, but they've pulled it back here in the final few minutes of the first quarter.
Minute 3 here to go in the first quarter. Hooker on top, 20-13. Boomers have possession. Carter Reed working against Martins. He'll get across the timeline. Now he'll work inside the paint. Finds Gage Hutchins cutting. He'll go inside, put up the shot for two, and he'll be fouled. Hutchins is now going to the line for two.
And that puts Woodward in the bonus as well. The final 53 seconds. Second foul of the quarter on Braxton Burge, the senior.
So Hutchins is going to the line. Hutchins shoots his first one up and no good. You'd like to see that one fall.
He would too. He's had a couple open looks that have just popped out. That's got to be a little frustrating for the sophomore as Ethan Neal checks in for Connor Sunderland for the Boomers.
Substituting some height in there for the Boomers as Hutchins is at the line shooting his second one. It's up and rims out again. Aaron Laredo goes inside.
Gonna get a loose ball foul as Laredo tried to jump over his man and instantly picked up the foul.
This is unfortunate their mistake there by Laredo, and coach will have a talk with Laredo, teaching him up on that moment.
Well, it's a time situation score, right? So now you instantly get free throws to Hooker because you're already in the bonus on that. That's one of those fouls that, yeah, you want him to be aggressive, but you can't be too aggressive. Got to fight for those boards, you know, pick your spots. Kelton Metcalf to the line.
So Metcalf at the line. His first one is up and good. It's 21-13. 52 seconds here left to go in the first quarter. Metcalf at the line for his second one. Rims in and out. Rebound comes down to Gomez. Gomez working against Price. He'll kick it back out to Martins. Martins now to Pelosio. Pelosio goes inside, denied by Ethan Neal. And what are we going to have here?
Foul.
We're going to have a foul. That's going to be too much contact there by Ethan Neal. So Ethan Neal will pick up his first foul. 15th foul.
Free throws coming for Palacios. Hasn't scored yet in this game, but he's just a freshman. He was absolutely instrumental in their running football. I mean, a guy that put up 1,800 yards with the running back spot. Not built like a freshman, I tell you that.
So Palacios' first one is up and good. Extends it to a 9-point game. 22-13. Second one is off the top of the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Burge there as he'll kick it out to Martins for three. It's up and good.
Yeah, quick ball movement by Hooker, very crisp. Resulting in three now, still for Martins.
So Martin steals it like you mentioned, off the top of the rim, no good. Gomez comes up with the rebound, kicks it back out to Martins. He'll shoot a 2-point shot. It's up and good. Man, Martin is having himself a day.
And just like that, it's 14-point lead for Hooker, 27-13.
There's 15 seconds remaining in the quarter. 27-13, like you mentioned. Carter Reed has it. High top of the keyhole. Hand it off to Price. Price will now work it inside to Laredo. Laredo will lose the handle. It will go out of bounds and back to the Bulldogs with 4.6 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Explosion here for Hooker at the end of this quarter. A quick 8-0 run in the last 3 minutes has really put this one in a tough spot.
So at the buzzer is going to be Gomez off the top of the rim and no good, and that's how we end the first quarter. It's 27-13. The Hooker Bulldogs on top. We'll take a break, come back to the start of the second. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, Pipe Lanes Tire.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the OSSAA.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Tyler Riggs, Dakota Wagner with you as Hooker is on top 27-13 here at the start of the second quarter. Carter Reed will be inbounding it at the half-court line. Kick it off to Ethan Neal, to Connor Price. Back out to Ben Cheap to Price. Price has it high. He's guarded by Trace Duncan. Duncan now giving him the count. He'll have to get rid of it. He'll hand it off to Neal, back to Price. Price has it now, slowly working inside. Kick it out back to Cheap. Cheap to Price. Corner three from the right baseline. Can't get it to go. Hidalgo comes up with the rebound.
Price just short arm the three a little bit. It was a good look. Just got to capitalize on those here early to stick around.
At the top of the key is Robinson. He'll get it out to Duncan, to Stalder, back to Robinson. Now he'll go inside the paint, do a little reverse layup, and he'll get it to go, Tyler. Wow, that was fancy.
Oh, that was smooth from Keelan Robinson. He's got four.
As Ben Cheap will have it, it'll be tipped away by Robinson. Price has it, guarded by Duncan. On the right baseline, it's stolen away there by Robinson. Robinson goes inside. He'll hand it off to Stalder, who will kind of just float it up for two. It's no good on the rebound. I couldn't see who that was. I think it was Hidalgo.
Yeah, Hidalgo came up with the bucket.
Get the easy bucket. Ethan Neal will save it on the baseline. He'll kick it out to Carter Reed, to Cheap. Cheap now drives inside. There'll be a jump ball or a
travel. Wow.
They're going to call it a travel.
Yeah, Cheap a little bit upset with himself on that one on the drive.
6:41, 31-13. Bulldogs on top. Quickly the other way as Cleet Martins goes to the basket. He'll finish at the rim for two.
He's got 14 in this first half. Has just been a ball of fire for Hooker.
Unfortunately, it's opened up to a 20-point game here for the Bulldogs, but Carter Reed underneath his own basket goes up for the shot. He's going to be fouled, but he's going to the line for two.
They'll get Cleet Martins his second. A little too aggressive underneath. Good drive by Carter Reed. Currently leading with 4 points for the Boomers, but yeah, it's just been, we're talking about the pregame. Can you match their pace and tempo? So far, hadn't quite been the answer. It looked like at one point in that first quarter, Woodward was able to match it and kind of come back a little bit, and then Hooker just blew it open towards the end of the first quarter.
As Carter Reed at the line, he'll make his first one. So he'll be at the line for his second one here. Trying to make both and cut this Boomer lead back a little bit. Second one's off the top of the rim. Rebound goes down to Robinson. Now he'll slow things down for the Bulldogs. He'll call a play. Robinson will. He'll get it out to Cleet Martins. Back out to Robinson. Martin spins around, fires for the long two. Can't get it to go, but on the rebound is Hidalgo. Hidalgo finds it on the floor, puts it back off the glass, up and in. Hidalgo is finishing at the rim every time.
He's got four, and, haven't really had to use him really in this first half yet, but he's a guy that you can't let clean up the boards.
Carter Reed misses the layup there. Too much pressure there, as on the other end of the court is Cleet Martins. Martin kicks it out to Robinson. Robinson has it. He'll fire a long two from the free throw line. Shakes his head. No. As, man, Cleet Martins, or excuse me, not Cleet Martins, but Keelan Robinson is having himself a heyday.
He's up to 6 points. Has been very active defensively with steals. I mean, talk about sophomore supreme athlete.
Gage Hutchins has it. He'll get it inside to Ethan New, who fire a long two. He can't get it to go. On the rebound is Robinson. Robinson has it. He'll get it out to Duncan. Duncan inside to Hidalgo. Hidalgo now drives inside, fires a 2, gets it to go. Hidalgo once again at the rim.
And that was well defended. It's just a tough basket by Hidalgo.
5:05 here to go in the first half of basketball. Hooker on top 39-14. Boomers lose it. It'll go out of bounds. And it would have been an over and back, so Gage Hutchins just lets it roll.
Yeah, I was just making sure nobody was coming to scoop it up. And like I said, just let it roll out of bounds.
So on the inbound will be Stalder. We'll get it inside to Robinson. Slowly working things here for the Bulldogs. Robinson has it. He'll get it out to Duncan. Duncan shoots the 2. He can't get it to go. On the rebound is Sunderland. Sunderland get it out to Cheap for the long 3. He can't get it to go. It's off the top of the rim and just goes down and out of bounds. We'll have a substitution here. Sunderland will come out. Price will check in.
River's got to find some rhythm somewhere. It's kind of just disappeared on them into the first quarter and so far here in the second.
39-14. Hooker on top with 4:30 left to go in the first half. Hidalgo has it. He'll kick it out to Martins for 3 off the top of the key, and it's up and good.
Another tray ball from Cleve Martins, up to 17 in this first half.
Price has it, a high top of the key. He'll get it out to Reed. Reed to Hutchins, to Neal. Neal to Price. Price works it to Cheat. Boomer's kind of just trying to find a basket here as Ethan Neal cuts inside the basket. He'll be fouled there as Slater comes over the top of him, Stalder will come over the top of him, foul him hard, and he'll still be laying there on the ground underneath the Boomer basket. Slow to get up, but finally does. Took a hard turnover, Ethan Neal, and just falls to the ground.
Yeah, good patience by Ethan to kind of let him fly by, but Stalder got a little tangled up. 6'5", went down hard with that long frame. It's good. I think he's just when knocked out, a little shaken up, got back up. So don't want to see anybody really banged up, but
Stalder will check out for a quick breath maybe, and Braxton Burrs will check in for him. As Neal is at the line, he'll take his time shooting 1 of 2. First one up, and it just rims out.
Been kind of the story of the first quarter for the Boomers. Have had some good looks, just a lot popped out.
So Ethan Neal for his second shot will try to get this one to fall, and it does. Nothing but net.
Neal with 3 for the Boomers.
It's 42-15, 4 minutes here to go in the first half. Hidalgo spins inside the paint, shoots a 2, can't get it to go. On the rebound has been Cheap. He'll throw it across to Gage Hutchins inside the paint. It's a little too strong. It'll go out of bounds back to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, just too aggressive on the pass. You had somebody underneath and Neal on the breakout.
3:45 here left to go in the first half of basketball. Bulldogs have it, but it's stolen away by the Boomers. Inside bounce pass, it's Neal to Hutchins. Hutchins loses it once again, puts his hand on his head in disbelief. He let that one go, and it rolls out of bounds, and we'll have a timeout here by the Bulldogs. We'll take one with them. It's 42-15, with 3:40 to go here in the second quarter. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Possibilities are all around us. We see potential in unexpected places. And when we share our knowledge, vision, and connections, we turn great ideas into action. Together, we can make real change happen. We're Rotary. We are people of action. Get involved today at rotary.org/action.
To Boomer Basketball on Z92. Tyler Riggs, Dakota Wagner with you as it's 42-15 with 3:45 here left to go in the first half of basketball. Hooker on top. Boomer still in their timeout as Coach Kayla Gaines has drawn something there on the clipboard.
Yeah, you know, at this point, you're trying to draw something up for your guys. It's an easy look, something that you get in the net. And then defensively, it's tough right now because we talked about with Hooker in the depth. I mean, there's 4 or 5 guys that can legitimately score on the floor just about at all times. And, you know, that makes it tough. Of course, Woodward does play man, so it comes down to playing your assignment and being able to do that.
3:35 here left to go in the first half as Hooker has possession. It'll be Martins. He'll hand it off to Duncan. Duncan, 3-point shot from the top of the key. Can't get it to go. On the putback there was, I believe, Robinson. He couldn't get it to go. So on the rebound was Burge. Burge has it. He'll fire for three. He can't get it to go, but on the putback is going to be Martins. As Martins is underneath the basket, he'll got the quick putback.
He's been the star of the first half with 19. Bit cheap, though, the other way with a quick answer.
Off a pass on the assist from Gage Hutchins, as it's 44-17, 3:03 here to go in the first half. Robinson has it, working against Carter Reed. Reed got the tip, but Robinson comes back with possession. Robinson now working a 3-on-1. He'll throw it behind him to Burge. Burge comes up with it. Now he'll kick it back out to Martins. Martins has it to Duncan. Inside is Hidalgo, right inside the three-point line. Hidalgo now throws it against Ethan Neal. Ethan comes off Ethan Neal's knee. Hidalgo has it. He'll kick it back out to Martins for a three-point shot. He can't get it to go. Ethan Neal comes up with a rebound.
Good board by Neal. Now the Boomers looking to push.
Connor Price now, he'll throw it out to Gage Hutchins. He'll fire from three from the right wing off the top of the rim. Rebound goes out of bounds. It's off the hands, I believe, of Robinson.
Yeah.
As Robinson is slow to get up, but he'll pop up.
Yeah, him and Neal collided kind of underneath on the rebound. They didn't call a foul on anything, just kind of let it be more incidental. Boomers keep the possession.
2:23 to go in the first half. Hooker on top, 44-17. Price inbounds it underneath his own basket. The cheap high top the key to Hutchins. Hutchins to Price. Thought about the three, he'll think better of it. He'll go inside to Neal. He'll kick it back out to Reed. Reed hits a floater for two. Off the right block, left block, it's up and in.
Great little floater there for Carter Reed. Now the Boomers got to get back and come up with a stop.
Pelosio has it. He'll hand it off to Duncan. Duncan will now hit a shot from the free throw line. Can't get it to go on the rebound once again. Ethan Neal, but he'll let it come down with it, and then he'll go off his chest out of bounds.
Now, he got bumped there. They didn't call it, and that's why it went off his chest. Kind of a tough break for the Boomers.
It's a minute 55 here to go in the first half. Hooker on top, 44-19. They will inbound it underneath their own basket. It's Pelosio. He'll get it out to Burge. Burge shoots the short two. Can't get it to go. On the rebound is Carter Reed. Reed now working in a one-on-two situation. He'll kick it out to Price. He'll get it across the timeline. Neal has it on the left wing. He'll kick it out to Carter Reed, top of the key, to Gage Hutchins on the right wing. Ethan Neal, top of the key, drives inside for two, up and in, around the free throw line. Just got the easy shot to fall.
Yeah, that's one of those looks that the Boomers have had a few of those in the first half, but just haven't got them in, so good to see that one go for Neal.
Minute 25 to go in the first half, as it's a missed shot from Burge. Hutchins comes up with the rebound. He'll get it out to Cheap. Cheap gets it to Neal. Neal with the quick floater at the rim. He'll get it to go. It's 44-23. Boomers are starting to come to life now.
Tough adjustment from the basket for Neal, but good score. He's got 7.
Duncan has it. He'll get it out to Pelosio, who stands at the free throw line. He'll kick it back out to Burge. He'll work the left wing. Burge now top the key. Hand out to Duncan, right wing. Hidalgo has it inside the paint. Spin around, jumper, can't get it to go. On the rebound is poked away. Who has it? It's going to be Connor Price. Comes up with it behind the back move. Still has possession. He'll kick it out to Cheap. Cheap inside the paint to Ethan Neal. Back out top of the key to Carter Reed. 42 seconds here to go in the half. As Connor Price fires a three, he can't get it to go. It's going to be poked away out of bounds off the fingertips of Cheap. And the Bulldogs will have possession with 37 seconds.
Great job by the Boomers working the zone there a little bit and finding the open look. Just unfortunately rimmed out for Connor Price.
Going to have two quick subs. Stalder will check back in, as well as Connor Sunderland. Ethan Neal will check out, and Braxton Burge will check out as well.
Neal still kind of holding his chest a little bit from that heavy contact, trying to catch his breath. That was a tough one.
Elijah Gribble will check out Pelosio.
As Gribble goes freshman for sophomore, freshman for senior. Gribble, one of those seniors on the team.
So Gomez will have it. He'll get it out to Gribble. Gribble has it. He'll kick it back out to Duncan. Duncan drives inside the lane. He'll put up a shot for two. Can't get it to go on the rebound. It's on the ground. Who has it? Gribble. Sunderland. It's tied up, and it's a jump ball.
Jump ball possession on a Hooker, but heck of a job by Connor Sunderland. He kind of got away with a little bit of a kick ball and worked out in underneath his legs. Did a heck of a job to try to get possession. Just couldn't, unfortunately.
22 seconds here to go in the first half. 44-23. Bulldogs on top and have possession underneath their own basket. They'll kick it out to Nate Hidalgo, and it's going to be a foul on the floor. Carter Reed, a little too much contact around the face of Hidalgo as he'll try to get the inbound, and that's going to be Carter Reed's third foul.
Yeah, it's his third. It was a size mismatch. He knew it, got a little too aggressive, like you said, trying to deny on the inbounds pass.
So on another inbound pass, Duncan to Hidalgo, back to Duncan, fires a two, can't get it to go on the rebound is Sunderland. 15 seconds to work with in the half. Carter Reed goes it to the rim, finds the easy basket. He'll finish.
9 points for Reed.
6 seconds here as Gribble has it at the three-point line. Have it at the top of the key. He'll fire at the last minute at the buzzer off the top of the rim, and no good. That's how we end the first half of basketball. Hooker on top, 44. Boomers 25. We'll come back and we'll break down the first half. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Need to pay the babysitter, but don't have enough cash? Use Zelle, located in the Bank 7 mobility app, to send money from your account to someone else's within minutes. With an email address or phone number, you can directly pay anyone you trust. Zelle is fast, safe, and free. Visit bank7.com for more details. Data rates and transfer limits may apply. Member FDIC.
Attention Expo Farm Expo exhibitors. Booth space is now available. It's the K101 Z92 Home and Agribusiness Trade Show, and it's coming to the Woodward County Event Center and Fairgrounds April 5th, 6th, and 7th. Now in our 40th year, this show features 2 exhibitor buildings plus outdoor exhibitor space and will host an extensive variety of agriculture and farm equipment. Also, home improvement ideas, clothing, communication, and entertainment products, ATVs, lawn and garden, new and used automobiles, plus arts and crafts and great food vendors. Thousands annually rely on Expo Farm Expo to see a wide variety and selection of products and services that only a show of this size can offer. Booth space is now available by calling 580-256-4101. That's 580-256-4101. Don't miss out. Reserve your space today for the Tri-State's largest spring home and farm show and be part of Expo Farm Expo 2024. Coming to the Woodward County Fairgrounds Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, April 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's food, folks, and fun with K101.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Tyler Riggs, Dakota Wagner with you as the Boomers are down by the Hooker Bulldogs 44-25. And Tyler, you may have some stats for us.
Yeah, looking at the scores, we talked about Cleve Martin's boy. Explosive first half for him, 19 points. Hit some big threes, had some layups inside, hit the mid-range shot. All of it was falling for Cleve Martin's. Trace Duncan had a couple big threes. He's got 8. Hidalgo with 6 so far, as well as Keelan Robinson with 6. 3 for Braxton Burge, and a free throw for Justin Palacios, as well as Cole Metcalf. On the Boomer side of things, Carter Reed with 9 points lead the way. Has made some tough baskets inside. 7 for Ethan Neal. You've got 3 for Connor Price, 2 apiece for Isaiah Washington, Ben Cheat, and Connor Sunderland. That's the scoring for both sides in this first half. At Dakota, it's just really that end of the first quarter into about midway through the second quarter. It was an absolute blitz from Hooker. I mean, we thought for a moment Woodward was able to answer the pace, and then Hooker really cranked it up. You know, this is almost a 180 of the girls team, right? The girls a lot more measured in their pace. They're going to focus on the half-court sets. The boys are just trying to run. That's what they want to do. And they've got legitimately about 6-7 guys that can do it.
You know, it kind of reminds me of guys just kind of wanting to play their style of basketball. It seems like Hooker is out there having fun, just doing what they're doing. I know in that first quarter they got a little bit uncomfortable with the 6-point lead there with the Boomers.
Yeah.
So they decided to up it up a notch, and like you said, it went from a 6-point game to quickly a 20-point game, and now back to a 19-point game to end the first half.
And some of that was Woodward just could not make some of those shots, right? They got some open looks. You had some open 3-point baskets from guys like Gage Hutchins, Connor Price, Ben Cheat. They usually fall. They didn't. So that is part of that lead. It's just whenever you miss, you have got to get back, because Hooker is just going to boat race you if not. That is something that will be a halftime adjustment, I'm sure, for Coach Gaines at the half to say, hey, you missed that shot. You cannot sell out for an offensive rebound against this team. You got to get back.
As Hooker has made their way back out onto the court, Boomer still inside the locker room at half. With 4:40, we'll take another break. We'll come back, and we will have the keys to the second half. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Oklahoma.
This message presented by the OSSAA and the Oklahoma Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Tyler Riggs, Dakota Wagner with you as the Hooker Bulldogs are on top 44-25 over the Woodward Boomers. And man, Tyler, we're talking about it there right before the break. They just kind of came out to an early lead there with 6, and then after that they took a timeout, and it was kind of game on from then.
Yeah, that's what Coach Tucker does. We talk about with Coach Stoller being able to really develop and adjust and just know how to tweak, you know, the game plan. Coach Kerr, phenomenal at that. You're seeing with these guys, he knows what he's got, and he's running with those horses right now. Dakota, let's update everybody on kind of some college basketball real quick. Obviously, Oklahoma State is hosting Kansas, number 3 Kansas at the moment in Gallagher-Iba Arena. 4:25 to go in the first quarter. Kansas well on top, 39-25 over the Cowboys. Oklahoma State trying to get that first conference win of the season, but right now the Jayhawks taking it to the Cowboys. A couple other games going on. A tight one in Manhattan as Baylor only ahead by 1 over Kansas State, 41-40. 9:29 to go in the ball game there. In the first half, still Iowa State trailing BYU. That's number 24 against number 20, 32-28. And earlier, we talked about TCU pulling off some big upsets last week. Took down Oklahoma, took down Houston. Well, they fall on the road in overtime to Cincinnati, 81-77. So the Horned Frogs get raked, and they immediately fall victim to the just absolute, I mean, you want to talk about, it's not even a grind. I mean, it's every single game in the Big 12 this year for basketball is just, you can't count anybody out. You really can't. It's that deep of a conference.
It seems like any matchup, Tyler, they predict it's going to be a blowout. It just seems to be a close-scoring game.
Absolutely. On the women's side, just one game on the slate tonight. Number 11, Texas, currently taking it to Kansas in the fourth quarter, 76-43. 6 minutes left to go in the ball game. So there's your college basketball update for those out there.
And so with 43 seconds here to go before we get back underway, what are the keys to the second half in your eyes?
Man, you just got to be able to string together some stops first. That's the first goal. You got to stop the run-outs by Hooker. They're going to do that on every miss. You would like to make some of those baskets yourself. You had some good looks that you take advantage of. But other than that, you got to match pace and the intensity. Hooker's got it. And it's going to be tough. We talked about the track stars, right? Got the state championships in that. But you got to find a way. That's what this Woodward team's built on, is trying to get out and run. So you got to be able to do that with Hooker.
Hooker's starting 5 that they had tonight is already on the court and ready to go. I believe the Boomers will have similar to the same starting 5, if not the same starting 5 they had to begin.
Boomers going right to left in this half. Hooker going left to right. Boomers first possession of the half.
It's a 19-point deficit for the Boomers, as Carter Reed will have it inside the paint. He'll spin around off the top of the glass, up and in, and that's an easy basket for Carter Reed, and they have cut the lead to 17.
Yeah, nice little look there. Got inside in the paint on the block, kind of looked to the right, then fake back to the left, put it up off the glass.
Martins has it. He'll get it out to Duncan, top of the key to Gomez. Gomez guarded by Ethan Neal. Gomez gets it into Hidalgo. Hidalgo gets it inside to Robinson, who'll go inside for 2. Can't get it to go, but Hidalgo is there on the putback, up and in.
Yeah, and Hidalgo's just going to feast on those rebounds if you let him. You got to get a body on him and box out with this 6'7" frame.
46-27, 7-19. He go in the third quarter. Carter Reed has it high, top of the key. Looking inside is Carter Reed. He'll get it inside to Connor Sunderland, who'll spin the shot. Can't get it to go. On the rebound is going to be Hidalgo. He'll get it out to Robinson. Robinson across the court. Have it inside to Duncan. Duncan now to Hidalgo. thought about shooting it from the free throw line, but he'll think better of it as he'll get it out to Martins. Martins will go with it, try for the shot, but it'll be stripped from his hands out of bounds. We're going to say it was last off of the Boomers back to the Bulldogs.
Martins just kind of let it roll after he got stripped away. So
6:53 here to go in the third quarter as Robinson has it. He'll kick it out to Martins for a long three. Can't get it to go. On the rebound, though, is Connor Sunderland. Connor Price now has it. He'll get it out to Reed. Reed now spins. He'll go inside the paint. Working inside. He'll shoot for two off the top of the glass again. Once again, Carter Reed finds the basket. That's his little specialty move there.
13 points and just took it at Keelan Robinson. That's a very athletic defender. He was able to work there in the paint. Great job by Carter Reed.
From the same spot, too, as Gomez will hit it from the free throw line. Hits off the top of the rim. Rebound comes down to Price. Price now working across the court. Goes inside the paint. Hits the floater off the top of the rim. No good as the Bulldogs come up with the rebound. Martins has it. He'll get it to Hidalgo, who'll have it to Duncan on the left baseline. He'll go to Hidalgo inside the paint for two. He'll get it to go off the top of the rim. It's up and good.
Just so hard to front Hidalgo. You just dump it into him and he goes to work.
Still a 19-point lead for the Bulldogs, 48-29 with 5:50 here to go in the third quarter. Reed has it, top of the key. He'll go to Neal on the to Cheap to the left baseline, but it'll be stolen away by Hidalgo inside the paint. Hidalgo now goes against Connor Sunderland, who will just stick straight up. Hidalgo will blow it by, though. Rebound comes down to Ethan Neal. He'll get it out to Carter Reed. He'll shoot the quick two. Can't get it to go, but on the rebound is going to be Robinson.
Reed just short-armed it a little bit there. Had a good look from just outside the elbow and couldn't get it to fall.
So Robinson will now have a high top of the key working against Carter Reed. He'll hand it off to Duncan for the right wing three. Can't get it to go, but he does. It'll rim in as Duncan has just fired up, man.
Yeah, he's had a good start from three-point land so far. 3 threes in this ball game. He's up to 11 points overall for the game.
As Hidalgo will have it, it'll be on the floor. Sunderland strips at it. It'll be off the feet of, I believe, Robinson. Back to the Boomers. Or no.
Off of Sunderland.
It'll be off of Sunderland.
Back to Hooker. Just Sunderland was trying to come up with it and kicked it, unfortunately, essentially out of bounds.
Hidalgo has it. No look pass to Gomez. Right wing for three. Off the top of the rim. No good. Hidalgo comes up with the rebound. He can't get it to go. Carter Reed comes up with the rebound. As the Boomers have it, it'll be almost stolen away by Duncan as Duncan swats it out of bounds.
Yeah, Boomers trying to push on the break. Duncan stepped in front of not a lazy pass, but you got to be really crisp. Kind of similar to the girls where any sort of even off-speed pass will almost get picked off. 4:46 to go in the third quarter.
Hooker on top, 51-29. As the Boomers have it, Isaiah Washington has checked into the game for Sunderland. Washington shoots a long two from the free throw line corner. He gets to go.
Looking for somebody to pass to. Nobody came and got me. He said, okay, I'll take the jumper. Nailed it from the elbow.
Good shot there by Washington. 4:27 to go in the third quarter, 51-31 as Robinson just finds a quick basket for two. Quickly across the court, the Boomers fired across, and it will be out of bounds as it's just too long of a pass.
Yeah, Connor Price really trying to be aggressive, pushing the pass, and fired a touchdown. It was not quite caught.
4:15 in the third. Hooker on top, 53-31. Hidalgo has it, working inside the paint, trying to. He'll get it off to Gomez, but it'll be tipped away by Neal. Washington comes up with it. He'll get it out to Neal to Price. Price now top key to Ben Cheap. Ben Cheap driving inside the paint. He'll get it out to Isaiah Washington. Tried to, but Hidalgo steals it away. Hidalgo now drives inside the paint, working against Ethan Neal. Hits the floater off the glass, up and in. Wow, a good shot there by Hidalgo.
Yeah, showing his footwork. Just again, using that frame. Knows how to do it so well, does the junior.
Price has it. He'll get to Isaiah Washington to Cheap. Cheap now back to Washington inside the paint to Gage Hutchins. It was a no-look pass. Hutchins didn't see it coming. It's off the hands of Hutchins' shoulder. Be out of bounds, and Kayla Gaines will have a timeout. We're going to take one with them. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Hello, I'm Jose Hernandez, and I have been using a wheelchair since my accident in 1995. I guess if I had one message for the general public, it would be that I appreciate your help. But please, ask first. I know you mean well, but I've actually got everything under control. And if I don't, I'll ask for assistance. People with disabilities just want the same respect and consideration as everyone else.
This is a message from United Spinal Association. Download our disability etiquette booklet at unitedspinal.org.
back to Boomer basketball on Z92. Tyler Riggs with you as we are in the third quarter. Hooker on top, 55-31 with 3:34 left to go here in the third quarter. Hooker will have possession underneath their own basket. They will have to go the full length of the court. As Robinson will get the inbound from Duncan, he will slowly work it up the court. He'll get across the timeline. He'll hand it off to Duncan. He'll get it out to Martins. Martins now to Robinson. Robinson inside the paint to Gomez. Gomez shoots the two, can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Gomez. He'll kick it out. Back to Robinson for the three. It's up and it's good.
So Robinson hits the tray ball from left side. He's got 11, and Hooker continues to roll in the second half.
Connor Price has it. Kick it out to Isaiah Washington. Back to Price, to Hutchins. Hutchins inside the paint to Laredo. Laredo finds it. Looks for the shot, going up, and it's stolen away by Robinson. Robinson in a one-on-one. He'll kick it out to Duncan. Duncan back to Robinson, and there's going to be a foul.
Yeah, Robinson was looking to throw that one down on the oop baby, but it was a little bit behind, and then he got bumped, and he got the foul.
Foul is going to be on Aaron Laredo. That will be his second personal. First team foul in the third quarter. 58-31, 2:54 left to go here in the third quarter as Robinson is at the line. He'll make it 59-31. Robinson at the line, shooting his second one. He will go 2 of 2 at the line.
13 points for Robinson as it almost points a 30-point lead.
2:50 to go in the third quarter. Hooker on top, 60-31. Boomers with possession. Aaron Laredo has it, double teamed by Robinson and Duncan. There's going to be a jump ball.
Yeah, it's possession arrow to Hooker. So now Bulldogs will look to build on their 12-2 run over the last 3 minutes. You know what the sad part is, Dakota, it's only 16-14 in the last 8 minutes. So Hooker, again, that explosion of points, right? Woodward was on a little bit of a run, and then Hooker just explodes right back.
So a little bit of runs from both teams here as Gomez will have it, Burge will have it. He'll kick it out to Martins, top of the key, back to Duncan. Duncan has it, back to Robinson. Robinson shoots the long three from the top of the key, off the top of the rim, no good. Boomers comes up with the rebound. It's Connor Price to Ethan Neal, back to Price on the left wing, inside to Isaiah Washington, off the top of the glass, up and in. That is good passing right there from Connor Price.
Boy, it looked like he was going to kick it to the far corner. Zipped it inside right to Washington. Heck of an effort and good finish from Washington.
As Robinson will have it, go inside the paint for the quick two, up and in.
That's why I was saying his name, because I knew he was going to score. He's got 15.
Carter Reed now breaking the pressure, goes up, tries the finger roll, but can't get it to go. Finds his own rebound, gets it. He's fighting. It's a 1-on-2 situation, but Robinson comes up with the steal.
Yeah, it was just in too much traffic as soon as he got back his own shot.
So Robinson will now look up at the clock with 1:38 here to go in the third quarter. That's going to be a shove there on Carter Reed.
That's his fourth.
His fourth personal foul. Second team foul in the quarter. Was looking at the total timeouts there and not fouls.
Got tricked by the timeouts. That's what it was. As Reed will come set for Connor Sunderland. So it'll be Price, Neal, Hutchins, Sunderland, and Washington, the 5 for the Boomers.
1:36 in the third quarter, 62-33. Hooker on top. Bulldogs have it. Metcalf has it on the right baseline. They'll go through his hand and out of bounds as he was looking for the three-point shot.
Yeah, he kind of got ahead of himself. Didn't haul in the pass before the three-point shot. He was definitely open in the right corner. Would have had to look at it if he wanted.
Washington will inbound it to Price. Price will get it across the timeline, hand it off to Ethan New, who's quickly double-teamed. He'll kick it off to Price to Sunderland. Fires for three on the right wing, can't get it to go on the rebound. That's going to be Burge. Burge will work it inside to Robinson, who will get it across the timeline. Quick pass to Duncan. Duncan on the right wing to Burge, top of the key. Left wing goes inside to Robinson. He'll go inside for the dunk. He'll get denied. He'll get rim stuff as Connor Price will now have it. He'll kick it out to Gage Hutchins to Ethan Neal. Ethan Neal gets it off the glass, up and in, and there's 58 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Boy, Keelan Robinson on there and tried to go big on that dunk, and no call as there's a lot of contact.
Martins gets a three-point shot. There'll be contact on the shot there, but Robinson will come up with the rebound. He'll go back inside, try to go up for two, but Washington is there as Boomers will throw it across the court, and it's going to be out of bounds as Ethan Neal and Burge get tripped up, and Boomers will have possession.
36 seconds to go in the quarter. 62-35, just trying to find some sort of momentum in the bucket.
Ethan Neal in front of his own bench will get the pass out to Isaiah Washington with 34 seconds. Price has it, he'll work inside. He'll hit the floater off the top of the glass, can't get it to go. On the rebound is gonna be Burge.
Just tinged off the glass right there, high arcing layup, couldn't get it in.
Made quite the sound. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Hooker on top, 62-35 with possession. Probably working here for a last second shot, but Keelan Martins is gonna go to the glass. He'll lay it off the top and it's up and in. As Connor Price will now throw it across to Ethan Neal. Ethan Neal has it left baseline. He'll work it inside the paint, kick it out to Price with 1 second on the shot. He'll shoot a three, and that's going to be no good. And that's how we end the third quarter. It's 64-35 when we come back. It's the start of the fourth. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Providing healthcare to people who need it most. That's the simple but powerful purpose behind Doctors Without Borders. We treat wounded people in war zones, care for malnourished children, and provide safe reproductive healthcare. We're on the ground in emergencies, from Ukraine to Afghanistan. We put patients first, and we go where we're needed most. Because at Doctors Without Borders, we believe people deserve to be treated with compassion and dignity. We treat our patients completely free of charge and without regard to race, religion, or politics. Doctors Without Borders has provided free, life-saving medical care for over 50 years. And thanks to the 6 million people around the world who support our work, Doctors Without Borders will continue to put our patients first.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Tyler Riggs, Dakota Wagner with you. We are now in the last quarter of play here at Hooker. It's 64-35. Bulldogs on top of the Boomers. As Connor Price will inbound it in front of the commentators for Hooker, I believe. Ben Cheap will have it at the top of the key. We'll go inside to Ethan Neal. Ethan Neal working around the perimeter to Connor Price. Price will have it back to Cheap. Cheap now behind the back dribble, who shoot the long two. Can't get it to go on the rebound is Metcalf. Metcalf will kick it out to Robinson. Robinson back to Duncan. Duncan to Robinson. Robinson has it. He'll go inside pass, but it'll be stolen away there by Connor Price. Back to Metcalf as Metcalf steals it from Price. He'll go into Martins for the long three from the left wing. It's up and good.
Cleet Martins with 24 points for the Bulldogs.
The other way, Gage Hutchins inside the paint. He'll find the basket for two. Let's see if there'll be a foul on the Bulldogs or not. It's going to be a push underneath the basket on Ben Cheap, I believe.
Okay, kind of an odd one, but yeah. That's what they got.
Will the
So his
basket
first.
count?
Yeah, basket counts because it's loose ball afterwards, right after the basket foul.
So 67-37, Robinson goes inside, and he'll fire a quick two inside the paint. It's up and good. 7:03 here to go in the fourth quarter. Boomers have the ball. Connor Price has it high top the key. He'll look to work it inside to Ben Cheap. Ben Cheap guarded against Robinson. Kick it back out to Price. Price looking inside. He'll find Sunderland, who will lose the ball, regain possession. Now he'll spin, kick it out to Ethan Neal for the three. He can't get it to go off the top of the rim. A rebound comes down to the Bulldogs. Robinson has it. He'll work the ball up the court. Calling for Burge. He'll kick it out to Martins, who thought about the three. He'll think better of it. He'll work the ball back out to the top of the key. Get inside to Duncan, but it's swatted away. Contact on the ball, but there's going to be a foul going on the other end of the floor.
Interesting call. Thought they were going to get fouled. Neal had initially swatted the first shot.
I thought they were going to get contact with Neal. But
yeah, but not the case. Third foul on Braxton Burge for Hooker. First of the quarter for Hooker. One piece in fouls.
6:20 here to go in the fourth quarter. Price has it inside to Sunderland. Sunderland, it's off the top of the rim. No good. Rebound comes down to Burge. He'll kick it out to Robinson. Robinson will now kick it back out to Burge, to Duncan. Duncan will fire the three from the left wing, can't get it to go. On the rebound is Burge. Burge kicks it out to Martin. Martin has it on the right baseline. Martin to Robinson. Robinson back to Martins. Martins fires for three. Can't get it to go. On the rebound is Ben Cheap. Cheap works it across. Inside the paint now. Tries for the step, but I think he's going to travel with it. And he
it was one the contact, didn't get it, and then, like I said, just took the travel step. And he's saying, take me out for a minute, because he's needs a breather. So it'll be Carter Reed, Isaiah Washington in, and they will take out Cheap and Sunderland.
As Burge will have it underneath his own basket, who will hand it off to Gomez. Gomez gets across the timeline. He'll get it out to Gribble. Gribble to Colosio. Back out to Gomez. Colosios has it. He'll kick it out to Gribble. Gribble has it high top of the key. He'll drive inside.
He traveled, yeah. Yep, just got a head steam downhill. Good defense for the Boomers. Forced the travel and the turnover.
So the Boomers will not have it. On the inbound will be Carter Reed to Connor Price. Price will look at Coach Gaines, get a couple of signals, and Price will try to set Gage Hutchins up as he'll be double teamed. Connor Price he'll have to throw it across, kind of throw it to no one at the end of the court, and they'll roll out of bounds.
Yeah, it was just in a tough double team deep right corner, and was looking maybe to the left side. Nobody was there. We'll see Jake Graff get his first minutes of the ball game. Came in for Connor Price over the tournament weekend, and comes up for Connor Price here tonight.
So Gomez has it to Burge, to Pelosios.
Ooh, Palacios got away with a little bit of a shove off.
So Palacios gets it out to Dribble. Dribble inside to Gomez. Gomez has it top of the key. Gomez now driving inside. He will try to get it out to Metcalf, but it's stolen by Carter Reed. Carter Reed in the air, out of bounds, throws it off the foot of Metcalf to save the possession, and he will, as the Boomers will inbound it.
Great job by Carter Reed. High IQ play there. Just be able to throw it off the man and, like I say, keep the possession for the Boomers.
So Isaiah Washington goes inside the paint, tries to fire one, can't get it to go. On the rebound, comes down is Burge, and he's going to have an offensive foul. As what are they going to call it? Are they going to call it Burge?
No, they're going to call I think Graff.
Okay.
Because Burge took a slap to the face. His eyes a little pointed his eye a bit. So a bit of a frustration one there for the Boomers, as both Graff and Washington were just swatted away at Burge trying to get the ball away.
So Burge says I think he's okay. Is he kind of?
No, I think he got scratched up right around the eye. Yeah, probably dealing with a little bit of blood. Just a little bit of a deal. He'll be fine, but.
So Palacios will have it. He'll inbound it to Gomez. Gomez brings it up the court for the Bulldogs. Martins will have it. That is Gunnar Martins. He's checked into the game. Palacio has it high top the key. The guard against Jake Graff. Still working inside as Palacios trying to find something, but Graff is just not giving him anything. Now he'll work it inside, kick it back out to Gomez. Gomez will get a screen there from Parker. Gomez now just still has it, working around the perimeter. Back to Palacios, high top of the key with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Hooker just trying to kind of take the air out of the ball a little bit. They've got a big lead, trying to hold on to it, make sure get out of here quick.
So Gribble has it, he'll go inside, he'll shoot the two, and it's up and good. 71-37 with 3:45 here to go in the fourth quarter. Ethan Neal now working. It's a 2-on-1 situation. He'll find his way inside, fight his way inside the paint, put up the shot for two. It's up and good, and Ethan Neal is going to the line.
Yeah, good job. I thought he was going to maybe get called for a little three in the lane there, was swinging some elbows, but instead was able to fight through, like I said, just get the and one, the tough basket. As they will get Gunnar Martins for his first foul.
Ethan Neal can't get it to go, but on the putback is Carter Reed. Carter Reed inside the paint. He'll now make it 71-41.
Carter Reed with 15 points for the Boomers in this one, leading the way.
And the clock is ticking as it's 3:20 and counting. 71-41, Hooker on top with possession. Palacios has it, guarded by Graff and Neal, as it's going to be a kick ball there, I believe, on Jake Graff, just jumping up and down, just trying to get anything he can on it, and he does that time.
Do want to thank everybody for listening on KMZ FM Woodward 92.3, also for watching on Boomer TV if you're tuning in there. as we look to wrap up the coverage here in just a few minutes.
So Gunnar Martins will check out, and John Davis will check in for the Bulldogs. So Bulldogs kind of emptying their bench slowly.
Yeah, getting some of those guys that maybe just don't see a ton of playing time in, mixing in with some of the guys that kind of first off the bench, second off the bench scenarios.
Getting that experience and that playing time is Palacios, as he'll drive inside the paint. Tries it for two, can't get it to go. On the rebound is Jake Graff, as he will be kind of tripped up there by John Davis. As
Davis lost his footing, and that tripped up Graff. Sent Graff to the ground hard. He'll be all right. First foul on Davis, third in the quarter for Hooker.
Both players that time will take a little bit of a tumble.
Yeah.
2:57 here to go in the fourth quarter. 71-41, Hooker on top.
Jay Graff will come out after a couple minutes, give back way to Connor Price. Also going to see
the big
Zane
man.
Watson. Yeah.
So you get to see the big man
take out Isaiah Washington.
So Isaiah Washington, as you mentioned, will check out. Carter Reed will inbound it to Price, back out to Reed. Reed will now work inside the paint for two, hit the shot off the top of the rim, can't get it to go, but he'll come up with his own rebound. Working it, Price top of the key for three, fires it, it's up and it's good. Connor Price feeling the hot hand.
6 points for Price in this one. Good to see him kind of work back into the game after being out for that extended time last couple weeks.
So Palacios goes inside the paint, hits a floater off the glass, it's up and in, and he's going to the line. He is fouled, I believe, there by, who are they going to get for the Boomers? They were caught on Carter Reed.
And that's going to be his fifth. He's out of there. So unfortunately, Reed done for the night. Finishes with 15 points, but 5 fouls, and Aaron Laredo checks in for him.
Palacios at the line, shooting the and one, can't get it to go, but on the rebound, it seems to be, it is Burge. Burge comes up with it, back to Palacios. Palacios has it on the right wing. He'll kick it out to Gribble, right baseline. Gribble now working around the top of the key. He'll be stolen away almost there by Connor Price, as Connor Price hand checks John Davis. And let's see who they...
It should be Price, yep. His first.
Didn't know if they were going to get Hutchins, as Hutchins was in the area as well, but they will get Price. 2:18 here to go in the fourth quarter, 73-44. Bulldogs have it underneath their own basket. Burge fires the two from the baseline, from the right block. He'll get it to go. As Ethan Neal has it on the left baseline, he'll get it out to Connor Price, left wing. Inside the paint is Zane Watson. He'll get it stolen away from him by Burge. Burge will now kick it back out to Gribble.
Trying to work Zane inside. Unfortunately, found that pressure.
As Gribble will now do the little hook shot off the top of the glass. It'll fall.
Tough look for the senior. Got it in. He's got 4.
77-44. Price has it at the right wing. He'll go high top of the key to Hutchins to Laredo. Laredo now has it to Neal, and it'll be a foul there on Burge as he gets a little too much contact reaching in there on Ethan Neal.
4 fouls for Burge, 4 apiece in the quarter for both Hooker and Woodward with a minute 40 to go.
So Burge, as you mentioned, picks up his 4th foul, and he will be checked out there by Gunnar Martins. So Burge will have a seat, I believe, for the rest of the ball game.
Colt Moore seeing his first action tonight for the Boomers. Checked in, he'll inbound.
As Graff has it, he'll get across the timeline, working against Palacios. John Davis comes up with the steal, as he'll kind of save it inbounds, but it will slowly roll out of bounds across the court as no one was in that area of play.
Yeah, he's just hoping that somebody would run out and didn't get there, unfortunately.
Colt Moore has it underneath the basket. He'll kick it out to Jake Graff, who gets across the timeline, guarded by Palacios. As Zane Watson has it, he'll get out to Gage Hutchins. He'll drive inside the lane. He's double teamed. He'll kick it back out to Jake Graff for the right wing for 3. He can't get it to go. On the rebound is Peyton Parker. Peyton Parker loses it off his hands, and it'll go out of bounds back to the Boomers.
Send the Watson flat for the board underneath.
So 77-44, a minute and 11 here to go in the fourth quarter. Hooker on top of the Boomers. Graff underneath his own basket. He'll get it out to Watson. Watson losing the handle. He'll regain possession, but it's going to be a fight for a jump ball, as the Boomers will not have possession. It'll go to the Hooker Bulldogs.
Yeah, on the arrow there. So unfortunately for the Boomers, they give it back.
So a minute 4 left to go in this game. 77-44 Bulldogs have it. Gribble tries for the shot. It's denied by Colt Moore and Jake Graff. Jake Graff comes up with the rebound. He'll work it across the court, drive inside the paint, kick it back out to Laredo. Laredo to Moore. Moore to Hutchins. Left wing for 3. Can't get it to go. Left baseline, excuse me. And there's going to be a foul underneath the basket.
Yeah, loose ball as Laredo caught it on the backside for the rebound. I believe he got fouled. He did. He'll go to the line for 2 shots as that's foul number 5 on Hooker as the team second on John Davis.
So Laredo at the line. This is his first one.
Yeah, just too strong. Seeing Cole Reed for the first time tonight for the Boomers. First time on the varsity side. Also, we'll check in and see Luke Talley getting his first minutes.
At the line for his second one up and no good. Rebound comes down to Martins. Martins kicks out to Gribble with 40 seconds left. Martins now gets it out to Davis, who stands on the left wing. And there's going to be a foul. It's going to be an offensive foul on John Davis.
Cole Reed on the defense. Good coverage. Got the foul.
As there's 32 seconds here left to go in the ball game. 77-44. As the Boomers will have it underneath the Bulldog basket. They'll have to go the length of the court.
It's scoreless, it seems like, for maybe the last couple, last minute or so. Last couple minutes, been scoreless.
As Cole Reed will shoot a 3 from the right wing, can't get it to go. On the rebound is going to be Hunter Ray. Ray gets it out to Martins, but it's stolen away. As Jake Graff tries for the 2, goes off the top of the glass, no good. Laredo comes up with a rebound for the Boomers. He'll kick it out to Colt Moore with 9 seconds left. 8 now as Jake Graff shoots it at the top of the key with 4 seconds. It's up and it's good. Jake Graff gets a 3-point shot to fall, and that's the end of the game. 77-47. The Boomers fall to the Hooker Bulldogs, but we'll take a break, and when we come back, we will wrap this game up. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire.
R5 in Woodward offers you the very best in custom embroidery, screen printing, and heat pressing. R5 can personalize anything from hats to hoodies, shirts to jackets, and much more, including all your Boomer gear. Visit the store at 817 Main Street in Woodward or call at 580-256-3579 to place your order today.
What would it take for you to bring your whole self to work? At Oklahoma Human Services, your whole self can help a whole lot of people. Visit okdhs.org/careers to learn more.
Sponsored by Oklahoma Human Services.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the OSSAA and the Oklahoma Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Tyler Riggs, Dakota Wagner with you as we are wrapping this boys game up here at Hooker High School. It was 77-47 for the Bulldogs, getting the win over the Boomers. And, you know, Tyler, you know, taking a look back at the boys pregame, I mentioned it. They were coming in averaging 71.1 points per game, and they got that done with 77 tonight.
Yeah, and just that margin of victory, too. They've been dominant so far this season, showed it again tonight. Looking at the scoring, Cleet Martins led the way with 24 points, 17 from Keelan Robinson. Nate Hidalgo finished with 12, 11 for Trace Duncan, and a little spread out with Braxton Burge, 5-4 for Elijah Gribble, 3 for Justin Palacios, and 1 for Kel Metcalf for the Boomer side of things. A couple of double figures. Carter Reed had 15, ultimately did foul out, but had those 15 points. 11 for Ethan Neal tonight, 6 for Connor Price, and as well as Isaiah Washington with 6, 2 apiece for Connor Sunderland, Gates Hutchins, Ben Cheap, and 3 for Jay Graff. Had that 3 at the end. And I mean, really the synopsis of this game is just Hooker is legit, right? We talked about it in the pregame, undefeated. They're blowing people out. And they showed again that muscle. They were deep. They were full 10 deep at least. And they've got track stars. They got big-time athletes. Really, really tough team to stop. This will be a good, I say good warm-up. You get to Chisholm, or to face Chisholm in that Kingfisher tournament. You know Chisholm is not this Hooker team, right? So you've already beat them, so now you can kind of turn around, learn some lessons for this Hooker game of what they expose, maybe some weaknesses, and take that for the rematch with Chisholm.
I agree, Tyler. It's not going to be near as a physical and fast-paced game going to Thursday in that Kingfisher game, or that Kingfisher tournament, I should say, as that's the next time we're going to see the Boomers in action, as Hooker will now improve to 11-0 on the season, as the Boomers will unfortunately fall to 4-9. And, you know, we'll get to see the Boomers in action again at Thursday at the Wheat Buckle.
The Wheat Belt tournament, and 6:30, the girls will take on Guymans. We'll have that on Z92. That'll be immediately followed by the boys at 7:50 with the aforementioned Chisholm Longhorns. Don't forget, also on K101 this weekend, starting on Thursday, we'll have the afternoon games from the Shack Shootout. Hooker will actually be in that tournament. Some other good teams, Shack and their Forgan will have, as well as Visai and a few others. Woodward JV boys will play on the boys' side, so that'll be interesting. To follow on with Kate Kinney. We'll have that coverage. Do want to thank some great sponsors before we get out of here. High Plains Tire, gold sponsor. Sponsor Boomer Coaches Show, Top Cat Formal Wear and Accessories, Great Plains National Bake, Divine Stationery, R5 Customer Embroidery, and Long Shots Bar and Grill, our Coaches Show hosts. I'll give you another update real quick on OSU basketball as they were trailing to Kansas in the first half on the men's side. In Stillwater, second half, Kansas on top 52-35, 17 minutes. About 17:45 left in that ball game. As it's kind of where we're at on things. Like I said, Dakota, we'll take it next time we'll visit with you. No Coach's Show tomorrow, but we'll be there Thursday in Kingfisher for the Buckle of the Wheat Belt tournament.
For that, thank you for tuning in to Boomer TV or Z92. And I'm Dakota Wagner alongside Tyler Riggs. That's going to do it for us. Thank you for tuning in to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
You've been listening to Woodward Boomer Sports on News Talk Sports Z92. Follow the Boomers all